I'm fucking blind.
I've just been violated, guys.
How?
So, my parents buy like 7 loaves of bread last week. What is that? Like 7 loaves of bread a week, and puts it all in the freezer, and then our freezer like deep freezes it, so then like it gets frostbite. So when it thaws,
freezer burn.
So when it thaws out, Keegan knows about freezer burn because he works in a freezer.
No, because my mum also freezes bread.
Yeah, and then like when you thaw it out, one side gets soggy as fuck, and the other side gets like hard as hell. Anyway, I just chomped into the.
What type of freezer do you use? Holy fuck!
A freezer.
I hate let me add to the fact that I really hate like soggy shit. Like I don't like cream or anything, and this bread was the consistency of cream. Bread, gluten.
Yeah, but you're supposed to at least knock the ice off before you heat it up.
I am allergic to gluten.
After this, I am too. What are you?
Oh.
Back on mission now.
We should make this
I still eat it. I just don't care.
Oh, yeah,
I'm allergic to it, so I still eat it. But like, I don't care if I kick it.
It's not an allergy. It's a gluten intolerance.
Can we rename the podcast?
No, it's an allergy. No. There's a difference.
Oh, you're actually fucking allergic to it.
I'm actually. I have what's called celiac. Yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah, actually, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't laugh at me.
Autoimmune disease.
So
you have AIDS.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
I also had cancer, so my life's just woo.
Yeah.
It's the failure squad. Mitch, such a fuckboy. I don't say it.
Obviously.
Hey, I'm the real fuckboy. I'm just chilling here in my bed.
But as an epilogue to this thing, I think we should rename this the Fat Cunt Squad for the podcast. Because you and I are eating. Yeah, I'm just seeing Keegan's toes. Can we zoom in on Keegan's toes here? Look at that. What is that?
Hello, people.
Hello, my friends.
All right.
Now, if you look at Exhibit A over here, that person there.
No. For those that can't see anything, Keegan's like laying in a bed in the middle of his... So I'm going to explain a little bit about Keegan.
Oh no.
No, so...
And that's me, hello!
You might be wondering, like...
On screen, he explains Keegan to
you can't show feet on stream. Oh, shit. Well,
yeah, you can't. I got in trouble for that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because some dude asked me, he was like, I'll donate $50 to your stream if you show your feet on stream.
I would have done it.
Fine, my feet are down.
Okay.
Or are they?
If you have socks on, it's okay. But if you don't have socks...
Yeah, wait. My socks are a material called skin. It's a pretty fancy material. So.
All I'm saying is if people jack off over feet on Twitch streams, then that's not the creator's problem. That's their problem, and I don't think it's a bannable offense to have toes on a stream. Because I don't know.
Like I have nothing against people not wearing shirts on stream. Like, be it chicks or dudes. Yeah. Like, I don't mind if a chick doesn't wear a shirt on stream. I'm not going to complain.
You're the freak. You just got... You just could see him watching porn in the background on Mitchell's camera.
I can fucking bring it up if you really want.
Oh god.
Your microphone's right there. You add any volume, everyone's gonna fucking hear it.
So basically, Keegan's, for some reason, I don't know why, he's been camping up. He put his bed in the middle of the
I don't know why. I'll tell you
office.
why.
It's because he's a little bitch.
Because the aircon's in the fucking lounge room.
You fucking say what to me, huh, cunt?
I don't understand. Like, Mitchell, why don't you sleep next to him?
Wait, no. So when I first tried it, I said, "Oi, Mitchell, bring your bed out here as well, and we can both sleep in the aircon." And Mitchell's like, "Nah, slack," because his bed's like 2 times bigger than mine.
I don't fucking like queen bed. That's just not fucking moving.
You should sleep next to him?
Yeah, let's fucking jump in his bed if he wants.
Mark my words, we'll have a podcast called... We'll have a podcast where everyone has to be in the same bed. It'll be a microphone hanging over the top, and we just talk. And the camera...
fucking good.
And the camera...
Organize it.
Essentially, I don't know if I can do it with this chair. the camera will be like coming down so that you can like basically look up and you'll be talking like this. It'd be great.
Oh, so it'll be like
Wait,
above waistline, so then I can fiddle my diddle.
No, below waistline, dude.
Oh, okay. I'll fiddle my diddle then.
Fiddle my diddle. No.
Oh my lord.
You fucking better not.
Zooms in because you require zoom.
We could call it the Sausage Podcast. That's a good idea.
Oh, far it. Oh,
What's
just do it at PAX. It'll be easy as.
Packed at PAX.
Rude.
PAX.
That's right. For the ones that already know, I already share a bunk bed. Like, have a look. Yep. So
Yeah, I used to.
So basically, that there is mine, and then the bottom one's my brother's. He's in
Wait,
Bali
did
right now
you
getting
have-
coronavirus.
I had bunk beds until senior year of high school, so 12th grade.
I just got my
Yeah,
first
same.
job. I just got my first like out of like adult job. So I'm still in a bunk bed.
Wow, a bit late, aren't you?
I'm like
Just fucking move out.
after no. So basically,
Fucking pussy, just
this
run.
paycheck I get, like entry level paycheck, will be more than my dad's. But I'm still sharing a bunk bed with my brother. Like that's a yikes.
Wait, is it actually more than your dad's?
Yeah.
That's a
What
fat
the
yeah.
fuck? I'd be set for life if I was earning more than my dad. Holy crap.
It's a low benchmark, dude.
Wait, you have a dad? I'm kidding.
Wait, I know.
Yeah, you said goodbye to your dad after you
Wait,
left. You made you like tow your bloody canoe up the hill. Can you?
Yeah, I was like, you remember that time that I had to fucking pull that canoe up that hill? Well, fuck you.
Can you explain that? Explain that story, because I don't think Mara's heard it.
Oh, you want me to tell
I
the story?
definitely
From
You tell the
the
story. He loves telling the story.
Hey.
It's his favorite story. It's his
Oh,
favorite story to
like-
tell. So you got to be as
Yeah,
descriptive as possible.
He give him like something to talk about. He won't stop until he's finished.
Hey,
You fucking explain the shit.
so
out of
it was the year of 2000 and something, and I was a young lad. Nah, me and my brothers, we thought it'd be a grand idea because we lived on a hill and it'd be all downhill to the
Oh,
river,
no.
and we were like, 2K away from the river, and we used to always like modify our bikes to attach trailers and stuff to it so we
Oh,
could go fishing.
no.
And one day we're like, oh, let's take the 3-man canoe, like the fiberglass canoe, down to the half-flooded river. And we're like, you know what? It'll be a good idea. Let's do it. So we got down there 2 minutes flat, like just rolled the whole way down. My older brother was riding the bike. I was holding the front of the canoe with my arms like 10 centimeters above the bitumen. And we're like going like
Oh, enact
30
it
or
out.
40. Oh, I can. Okay.
I know.
Just zoom in on his fucking camera.
What's
here.
Bacon's
Hold
camera?
on, hold on. I need to put pants on. I got undies on. Let me get pants. Let me get pants.
No.
No.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Oh no. Oh,
I don't have any pants over here. Hold
I
on,
think
give me a sec.
he's camping out in the main room now. Like all his clothes are there. He's got his like
Yeah.
wardrobe.
They fucking are.
His socks
You
and
watch them out, they're
jocks.
just sitting on the fucking clothesline.
Oh my god.
His socks and jocks.
Oh god. Oh god.
Back to story time, young whippersnappers. Now, it was a young boy. And let me pull up my chair here.
And you've got to be as descriptive as you can because this is also for
Hey,
people that can't see it.
Okay, descriptive as I can. Okay.
And then
So-
you can also use Bacon's camera as well if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, I can use Bacon's camera.
You both
Nah.
can.
Look at that definition. And I promise you, it's not Bacon's camera that's making it low quality.
I'm catching coronavirus. from
Whose camera is it? Mine.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
dude,
I lived
It stinks.
where I lived in a valley up at Cairns,
Okay.
and so like 2 mountains coming down the valley in the middle, and there's a river running like through it,
Okay.
and it'd be downhill to the river. And we had bikes. We all had bikes, but my older brother had the bigger bike. And so from like your back tire of the bike, we made a frame coming out of the last part of the frame going to the tires, and we made it connected to the seat so it would be like supported to hold weight. And we put the front of the canoe onto this little panel we made, and I had to wrap my arms around that. So as we're going down the hill, my arms are like wrapped around it, and I'm like straddling this fucking canoe. And it was upside down, so I was like holding onto it. My arms like, I don't know, that far off the road.
Okay.
Yeah, and my younger brother, he was at the back on our go-kart, which we modified to be the back wheels of it. So we had it all rigged up, and my younger brother was sitting there in the seat of the go-kart with holding the back of the canoe. and we went down this hill. We're going, I don't know, like 30 or 40 kilometers an hour down this hill. I don't know what it is in miles. It's like
You're fine.
what?
You're fine. I got you.
Yeah. And going down this hill, I only got the bike brakes.
Brake
and-
bikes.
brake bikes. Got the
Like
brake
you're
bikes.
braking your bike.
Yeah, we got the bike brakes, and we got to
Wait,
the
you're
river.
braking a bike with a bike brake?
Fuck up. We get
Just
to the
talk
river,
into the
and because-
microphone because he can hear you through your mic.
Yeah, Mitchell. Yeah, talking to
No,
your
I'm
mic.
pretty sure he has me.
Talking to your mic. Yeah.
Don't you have me deafened, cunt?
No, I don't actually.
Oh, you don't anymore.
Nah, I just fucking ignore you.
I straight up mentally cut you out of my life. Just what? Gone.
I just like I look over there and just a black square. I can't even see anything.
He hasn't been rendered in. It's like a video game. Like it's not rendered
Wait, it's
in.
like I reduced my chunk so you're not even in my visual range.
What is it? Was it Pokemon? Like the pixelation Pokemon thing in like Lavender Town?
Yeah.
Ha.
Okay,
So
so
what?
obviously no one played Pokemon.
No, I
And,
did.
like-
What are you talking about? The unknown?
No, it was like random unknown. It was like a pixelated thing.
Yeah.
What you on about?
I have an idea what he's talking about. It's just I'm not 100% certain.
I'll pull it up.
Look at chat.
Which chat? Who's chat? Huh?
Someone compressed deer.
No, what Blake say? What Blake say?
Yeah.
What Blake said?
You have to pay for the Afro texture, and you haven't. Sorry, you can't unlock this DLC. You can't access this DLC until you paid $19.99.
Must have premium membership to unlock that DLC. Anyway, so we got down to the river and it had just been raining for like a week straight, and it had like the river finally started going down, and but it was still like brown and running higher than normal, like way higher. So we thought it'd be a great idea just to chuck this canoe in, have 2 paddles between the 3 of us. We got our rods out because you're gonna catch heaps of fish in a flooded riverway, and we were going down the river, hit a log. My 2 brothers are absolutely hopeless in like high intensity situations. They
Sounds like me.
they panic and everything. So they were sitting there going, "Oh, we're gonna tip, guys! Oh my god, don't lean that way." And I'm like, "You fuckwits, just like push off and then we'll paddle back upriver." And we nearly lost a rod, and because my younger brother stupidly had a deep diving lure in the flooded river,
Wait,
and so it hooked
a
onto
deep-
a tree.
What?
A deep diving lure, so it had a bigger bill, so it dove down to the bottom and hooked onto a log. So
Oh,
we had to cut that line because that was like hooking us up and we couldn't paddle anywhere. And so we cut that line, got back to the bank, and Dad was there and he goes, "Nah, I'm not taking this back up. You can do it. You just got it down here." So we're like, "Oh, okay then."
why was he
So
there in the
Dad
first
drove off.
place?
Yeah, wait.
Because he came down there because he was going to work and he came to check on us, and we're like, "Yeah, no, fuck that, we're going home." And so we got it all set back up, got onto the road, and we didn't really think about it, but it's downhill to get to the river, but it's uphill to get home the whole way home. And so we started going, pushing uphill. My brother's like not even pedaling, even on gear 1. It's just like slow as. So he got off. He's pushing. All of us are pushing. And then this neighbor, like he lived down the road. He had a motorbike. He comes tearing past us, and then he stops, and he goes, "You boys need some help?" And we're like, "Yeah, that'd be great." So he drove his motorbike, his powered vehicle, all the way to his place, and then ran back to give us a push instead of just using the fucking motorbike to
Only
help
from
us.
Cairns. Only possible in Cairns. The help you need.
I don't know.
And so he came down, and then my cousin, he lived like across the river and up further. He came in his car to visit us at home, and he drove past us. And he's like, "What the fuck are you lot doing?" So he took my younger brother, and he's like, "I'll take Finn home because it's getting late." Like we went down there at about, I don't know, 8 in the morning, left the river at about 12, and it got to about 6, and we were like 3/4 the way home. And so my cousin grabbed my younger brother in his car and took him home. And so then it was back to us 3, but it was like the neighbor, myself, and my older brother. And so we kept pushing. And then the neighbor up the road, he goes, "Oh, boys, I actually have to go home now. Like I only was allowed to help you for a little bit." So he legged it up the road. So it's just myself and my older brother. And that's like nearly impossible. And we finally get it home. And like it was about 7 o'clock. It was getting dark, and we pushed it down the hill, like driveway to get to home. And we're just like, "Oh, let's put it away tomorrow." And Dad goes, "Nah, you're putting it away now. You've got it out. You put it away." So we freaking finished up like about 10 p.m. and we're just fucking knackered.
Did you go to school the next day?
Yes.
What a
We actually did.
true crime hero.
That's literally why my younger brother got picked up, because he had school the next day. Yeah.
Your dad's a
And so I was-
savage for no reason as well. Like unnecessarily. What? Teaching you some life lessons. You boys were enjoying yourselves. Now you got to do some work to get it back. I'm not helping you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I have heaps of stories from Cairns where we're just absolute fuckwits.
What? Going to bed at 7:30?
Oh yeah, that was the fucking struggles. Yeah.
The reason why
No, the
Keegan
funny
moved
thing
out
is,
is because
you go to bed at
Do
7:30.
you know the worst part is? Half stories that I hear that are like actually really funny are fucking TOS.
That I can say. Yeah, I know.
What? Wait, I haven't heard half these.
Yeah, no, you don't want to hear them.
I think I do, but that's fine.
Yeah, maybe
No,
off
I want
stream.
to.
Hey, my phone's
Maybe
on.
off stream.
Don't tell me
Yeah.
Keegan weed on his brother to assert
It's
dominance.
fucking not far off it, eh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
as he's sipping the water, he's like,
Do you know what fucking story I'm talking about?
No.
You walked out afterwards, you're like, fuck this.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
Oh,
Don't keep saying that one.
I think I is it. Is that one with...
They both have to fucking.
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah, that one.
god, what is that? I didn't even know.
That's fascinating.
So, coronavirus. Ain't that some scary
What,
shit?
you got it?
Here
No.
we go.
Here we go.
Look,
Oh, these boys up at Brisbane, they're going to get the coronavirus.
You already have
I'm going
it.
to be a
Already-
healthy boy.
you already have it.
Oh,
We have
okay.
a strain of it. We have a type of coronavirus.
Keegan
yes.
is the strain of coronavirus. He's patient zero.
Oh, yeah, I'm the one infected, everyone. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
Right.
that's fine because you stay inside all day anyway, so it's fine. No one's gonna
Oh,
get
okay
it.
then. Okay, challenge accepted.
Cough at him.
See you later.
I didn't even cough on him.
Release the coronavirus. And released into the world.
Like, it's not measles.
Walked out there and said, release the coronavirus.
Oh my god, what is this guy?
Okay, the world now it's like Brisbane's fucked. Strain number 2 released.
Oh no,
I
no,
farted.
no.
I farted. It's now airborne.
Can we just like, can we just I don't
Just
know.
take a moment to like respect Keegan's autism.
Okay, so we've got some people that haven't inhaled deeply, so they wanna get off work tomorrow.
Yeah, no, okay. In a count of 3, everyone. 1, 2, 3, and die.
It's a
Simple as
2-week
that.
gestation period, sir. So you gotta wait for 2 weeks.
Okay, breathe a couple more times. Come on, make sure you get
Yeah,
it.
she said it depends here as well.
Huh?
It can be like 7 days. It can be like 4 weeks.
Oh, aren't you the expert? I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
Wait,
Wait,
yeah,
just
soft boy.
fucking get some of that dandruff, line it up on your desk, and instant
Well,
coronavirus.
My biggest problem with coronavirus, I think, is that it's got 2 weeks or whatever, like to show symptoms, but it's also like you're infectious at that time, so you might not show contagious. Thank you. You might not show symptoms for 2 weeks, and you're going around going to everyone and just giving them all coronavirus.
You want to hear a funny story?
What?
No.
I was at work, and Min, he's this Vietnamese dude.
Don't
And
even-
when
what-
they first, no, and that's his name, Min.
Keep going.
M-I-N.
Okay.
Yeah,
I believe
and,
you.
Tell him the fucking story.
Yeah, and he came into work, and it was right after they said that like heaps of people were dying to coronavirus. And he goes up to Luke, one of the supervisors, and Luke goes, "Oh, how you doing today, Min?" And he's like, and he's like, "Oh, I've got the coronavirus there, eh?" And Luke's like, "Fuck off, cunt." And so he's just like sitting there, just like every time someone's like, "Oh, how you doing?" He just like does this big old gammon cough.
Gammon. What's gammon mean?
I don't
Oh, it's
like
like,
that you're just zoomed in on me. Hold on, I gotta get
No, I was trying to turn you up.
I'm quiet. I don't know. I could literally like right here.
I have
like,
you at
everyone
200%, and you're still
Yeah,
fucking quiet as.
I fucking know.
She's trying to cross
Well,
Matt. She's trying to
So your
cross Matt
mouth,
snipe.
like your mouth, that region, this thingy, this thing on your face, get it closer to the mic and fucking screech into it. Can you hear me?
I'll just hold my mic.
Hey, we can.
That's nice. There you go. I'll just do a bacon. And... Yeah, it's gone pretty good. Yeah, I'm having a good time chatting over here. Yeah, it's all pretty good. Oh, it's just. Do you want me to yell at my mic or something? All right, I'll do it. And then he goes up to his mic and he sounds normal. And it's like, bro.
The funny thing is, he has a really good mic in front of him, but he always looks my way and he goes,
Yeah, right.
"What do you mean? Hey."
I'm gonna kill you, Keegan.
Who said that?
Jacob.
Have a guess.
I was gonna say Sky or Jacob, but
Could be either.
wasn't sure which one. Yeah, either or.
So back to the Roni. I don't know
what?
why I'm making jokes of it. The coronavirus. I just call it
Well,
Roni.
it's funny.
I mean, people dying's not that funny, but you know,
People die every day, and
well, like people don't die, and then from them dying means that
I reckon
you're
I can
higher
find
chance
a
that you're gonna
meme
die.
about someone dying, and you can't make fun of me then.
What?
I'm looking it up as well.
No, I'm saying like, I don't know. It's people getting sick and dying globally, and then it can spread
Memes
to you
About
to dying.
It's already here.
people.
Look,
Imagine-
not gonna lie,
imagine
I think
if-
the coronavirus has fucking been overhyped or something.
Exaggerated.
Well,
That one,
it is.
exaggerated. That
It
one.
is near the presidential debates, isn't it? Near presidential elections in US.
That's not.
Yeah, fucking just send them over to China, see what happens.
That's not how it works. You can't stand.
Wuhan in particular.
You,
For no reason, just for a visit.
well, people say, and I'm gonna.
Trump. No, no.
People say
Oh no.
it's
Wait,
a
to top it off,
conspiracy.
go to Wuhan, leave
coronavirus?
Wuhan, fly over.
So the coronavirus is.
What's that place where they get bombed?
The coronavirus has already been a thing, and so my mom works at one of the big hospitals here, and there's been strains of coronavirus coming in for years.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
someone, I don't know if it's true or not, but someone was like, "Oh, like India did this testing, and the virus was man-made, and that it has like links to like HIV or something like that." I don't know if
Yeah.
that's true.
I've heard the
But-
same thing.
And so
And
if that
apparently
is,
the-
that means it is man-created, and they're trying to
Yeah,
do
but
population control. so
Technically, all viruses are
this is our-
partially man-made.
Keegan,
Right.
if you're about to
Well-
say that because of mutation, natural mutation within people's bodies is man-made, I'm gonna throw this pen at you.
No, like, no, because like, there's a whole thing about skepticism about the doctor who first found it.
Right.
He was like fine, and then all of a sudden he had the virus, and then no one helped him, and he died.
Right.
And then yeah,
Yeah, no, that's fucking.
yeah. There's like
Chinese
this
trying
whole
to
thing
fucking
about
cover their
the
ass.
this Chinese doctor who's like,
Yeah,
there's something about it that he knew something,
He's
but
been
he
talking
died
about-
to then.
yeah, he did things in
Yeah.
like November about it. But
Yeah,
there's actually patents. So there's like I don't know. I hope like Altari's in here or something like that. But they make patents for like diseases and stuff like that, just so
Right.
so that they like so pharmaceutical companies can then develop it, this disease, and then hopefully make a vaccine for it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
what they're saying about this disease is that there's no way that this can actually like be made within like normal like mutation like for
Test
that
tubes.
disease. So like
No.
the fact like that it's got HIV strains on it or something like spike proteins or something. I don't know anything about that. I'm not gonna pretend I do. But commentators have said that isn't that you can't get that naturally in like you can't naturally evolve into that or mutate to that. Like it's just really random.
Right.
So, you know, I think I
would, like,
I don't know.
yeah, it's not an extreme mutation or a normal mutation. It's like being grabbed from something.
It's
that
like
was
put- it's like splicing
to
two-
normal mutation.
what? No. So there's a mutation. So say if like you fucked a chick with blonde hair, there's like a chance that your kid
Watch
would
out,
like
Mira.
have the mutation of the gene
I
of
don't have
blonde
blonde hair.
hair or your hair, and then it could be a mixture. But then an extreme mutation could be you have a redhead kid, and then that could be
That's a genetic mutation.
That's
Yeah,
completely
but that-
fucking different.
no, it's
than
not. No, it's like
mutations.
no, but it's like that's what I mean. It's like I'm trying to.
I know where you're getting at, but you're using the fucking wrong example.
Yeah, but it's like it's an extreme. Like it's something that
like
physically shouldn't happen, but it happened. Just how.
Yeah, you're using genes. It's just.
Yeah, but if you get into genes, you can argue that someone from either side of them had the like the strain.
red hair gene, but
having red.
ages ago, yeah.
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 Well, that's like me. My mum is redhead. My brother is a redhead. My younger brother is strawberry strawberry blonde, but mine's browny black
Yeah.
colored.
Yeah,
My-
that's fucking how your genes work.
My
Yeah.
dad's sister.
Wait, I have a
had
pair of jeans right here. Look at this. Look at this fucking madness.
Oh, they're so
Jeez.
That's like
crusty.
how there's like out of the 3 boys that
Got
Mum
'em.
has, there's 2 of us that are colorblind.
Are you
Same sort of
col-
thing.
Are you colorblind?
Common
Yeah,
for
colorblind.
guys to be colorblind.
Yeah, they guys have the unfortunate
Is it 1 in 5?
Weaker link.
Girls can be colorblind as well.
They can.
Yes,
it's
they can
possible,
be.
It's just more rare.
It's just a lot. More
But
rare.
the reason why it's
You
so
literally need a colorblind man and a carrier woman, and then even then it's a 25% chance. No, 50%.
Okay,
chance.
factual Frank, calm down.
so if your
Fuck
mum
off.
if your
50%
mum's
chance
I'm fairly sure if your mum's
what-
like potentially colorblind, like if her dad was if her mum was if her dad was colorblind, then she has a
Yeah,
50-50
then
chance that
then
she's
a carrier.
a carrier, yes. Which means that she can pass on your her X chromosome
Which
to
means
you,
that half of her kids will have
colorblindness.
will either be a carrier if they're female or colorblind if they're male.
But if your mum's
but-
colorblind, you're fucked. All of you.
Yeah, because then you
All the boys, I should say. So if a blind
But if
woman,
it's-
if a
okay,
colorblind
colorblind-
woman has
It looks like Mitchell just had a
five
fit
boys,
then.
all 5 boys will
Like,
be
not gonna
colorblind.
lie. Whatever you just did, whatever you just did, you're just like fucking having a little spaz there in your chair. Holy fuck.
Yeah, so it's like if your mum is a carrier and your dad is colorblind,
Right.
then half the girls they have will be colorblind and the other half will be carriers.
I'm just blind as is. I'm so blind.
I don't think gene's gonna help that.
Should I like
Wait,
Michael
wait.
Jordan.
Wait, that's what your eyes look like. You know, if you look through someone's glasses, what you see while you're wearing the glasses, what they see without.
Yeah, pretty kind of. Yeah.
Apparently.
Something.
Like with baldness, the mother can carry the gene from her father and pass it to her sons. I don't know about anyone that has happened to. Don't know anyone.
Who's bald?
No one. Not me. Did you say me? Yikes! Oh, I'm gonna look 12 until I'm 30, and then I'm gonna look 50, and it's gonna be the biggest yikes ever.
I'm gonna look
The
12.
fuck you mean? I'm gonna be like fucking grey before I'm 40.
Mate, you already...
back to
Flopped.
back to memes on the coronavirus.
Go on.
No.
There's a breakout of a virus in the world. Why are you traveling to Greenland? Plague Inc. players, you wouldn't get it. Or World War III doesn't start. Nature, fine, I'll do it myself.
Yikes! You're a
A
maniac.
plague doctor casually having fun while waiting for the next bubonic plague to arrive. Just a fucking plague doctor swinging on the swing set. China's trying to stop the spread of deadly new virus at the worst possible time of year. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. It's like the fucking Emperor's New Groove.
Oh yeah. So you keep looking at those, and we'll keep talking about those conspiracy theories.
Nah, I'm bored.
But
I love
look,
conspiracy theories.
they reckon that so a lot of Chinese media outlets are like censored through the government, and there's been heaps of glitches where, you know, like it will say like at the time, I think like the 1st of Feb, it was like there was 4,000 cases, and then there'd be a glitch, and it had 25,000 people have died, and then like 100,000 cases.
Yeah,
and it happened more than once.
Something like that happened today.
Yeah, it happened today as well.
Where it had, I think yesterday it showed like one number, and then today that number had doubled.
Shit. Okay, but that might be the case normally. But
that
when
might be like actually happened.
yeah,
Yeah, but there's a lot of fucking people in China. Like,
Yeah.
But that's how statistics work usually. Like, you have 2 people, you chuck them next to a couple more people, it's gonna double.
Right.
Yeah.
But depends how many people they fucking.
It would be weird if it
touch.
was like 15 one day, 30 the next day, but then back down to 15.
well, that's what they had.
Well, it wouldn't be.
It was
Nah,
like
it wouldn't be because they died.
No,
15
I know,
people
but,
kicked the bucket.
Again, he was talking about like how it's a conspiracy theory on how like the Chinese government monitors. That's what I'm saying. It would be weird if that was the case.
yeah. So look at this, right? So I'll pull it across everyone's face. So right here, it's so the 1st of Feb at like almost 12 a.m.
I can't see that.
There's 25,000 people have died, with 155 like 4,000 cases, and then 2 hours later, no, sorry, like at 16:03. So that's
16 hours later.
16 hours later. Sorry, what did I say? 2? I don't know. There was 15,000 cases with 300 people have died. So it's like, and they said, and then in this article, and then several other articles, it has happened several times. This is just one image of it. Which that's pretty fucking scary, because like,
Oh yeah.
Hey, who's that handsome
could be
beast
the-
at the bottom there?
it could be it could be, you know, China trying to release this information without, because it is okay. But let's not all like say China's like pieces of shit and all that stuff. I mean, I know they're like a socialist, like communist, you know, country, but if you're gonna say about a disease that potentially is killing like millions of people, yeah, there's like 1 million people dead.
Drop it in China.
We're dealing with it. There's 1 million people have died. Like, obviously that would crash the global economy. Like, you're gonna have global markets crash. All the stocks will crash. Like, people will be like rushing in. Like, even in these countries, rushing, like in Australia, rushing in, like taking all the like all the food they can, and like there'll be huge.
Not the food. They just down here where I worked, when they first came out saying, "Oh, the coronavirus is spread and shit." Like, all the hand sanitizers, all the face masks, and there was one more thing. It was like some other just sanitary thing. Like, all the shelves were empty from it.
Yeah, so I guess that's like an issue, right? But, you know, obviously there's a fine line between like telling the population about what's going on, but also not freaking them the fuck out. And I mean, it's kind of that like chaotic good sort of thing where it's like you're doing something bad to protect your audience. Because if they're 100% like transparent, even if it was an Australian government were 100% transparent, it was like, yep,
Oh no.
40% of people that have got it have died. Like,
Yeah, fucking.
we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. We wouldn't be,
Yeah, I know, but they can't really do that as well anymore because of the internet.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, that's what they're claiming because there's videos. Like, this is not fake, but there's literally videos of people, like thousands of people in hospitals. And at the time of those recordings, you wouldn't have thousands of people in hospitals if only 4,000 people across the world has had the disease. Because, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Like, literally, there's videos of people, like, flooding, stomping on each other in fucking hospitals, and not just one, like, heaps. Like, they put up a huge hospital in, like, how many days did they put up a hospital? Like, 2 weeks?
Really fast. Yeah.
No, it was like 2 days or something.
2 days of building a hospital. If that was for 4,000 people at that time, and I understand that, like, the numbers will grow, but if there was only 4,000 people in China, like, I feel like that's a pretty fucking blow over the top if it's only for 4,000 people.
But you say that they built a whole hospital in fucking 2 days, and then you look at the roads in Australia.
Yeah.
Same way since 1999.
I saw a video and like there was like a landslide. It completely wiped out like over ocean road thing.
Yeah, it was like 3 p.m. or something, and then like
and like 12 hours later, it had been like completely repaired and everything.
I wish.
Like, fuck, if that was here, we'd have no issues.
There was that one, and then below it was a picture of a girl when she was like 5 next to this pothole, and then when she was like 27 or some shit against the same pothole.
Literally here. There's been a hole in front of my house that has been there for as long as I can remember, and like we've reported it to the city, and they're like, "Oh well." It's like,
but you pay road taxes.
It's in the middle of the road.
But you pay road taxes.
They have to do something about it.
Like they won't.
Is that what you call that?
You think Arizona cares? You think Arizona cares? No.
There's a tree in the middle of the road. They'll fucking do something about it.
Arizona doesn't give two shits.
Alright, well, if we fucking tree in the middle of the road, who cares then?
Are we we're the number 1 and number 2 in the country for drownings, and they don't care. They won't regulate anything. We're also horrible in education.
Hey, you can't be number 1 at everything. Jesus.
It's so bad.
Oh my god. Yeah, number one at idiots.
Autism. What are you doing there?
That might be here.
Oh, I don't know.
The thing is, like, you pay like road taxes, like you registering your cars and getting your licenses. I don't know about it, but it's like it does contribute to like roads, and I'm not sure.
So it is like a work tax.
Yeah. So
tax in general.
Why the fuck did they not repair? Are they not repairing them? Then you got like church ministers driving around fucking jets, like private jets.
U.S. military.
Yeah.
What?
The company I work for, they all like go to church. They're all fucking churchgoers.
They like.
I don't have anything against it, but like it's just weird being the only normal one there. But anyway, we like their church like completely revenerated. Yeah.
I can see the shell.
Just
private
like,
jet though.
Mitchell just freezes. Like Mitchell just stops talking.
They built like a $3 million like amphitheater thing.
It's to send the message of God, okay?
Yeah,
spreading God's good word.
No, I have no problem. It's just like a private jet. Why is some dude flying around owning a private jet? Like, I just don't get that. Like, regardless, it doesn't make sense.
You could be a rich dude and crash it.
Crash a private jet? How are you gonna crash a private jet?
Well, like, so you sit in it, aim down, and then, hey presto, you've landed it wrong.
Okay, so we're clearly established that Keegan thinks everything's GTA. He's like, I'm gonna flip it up, go down.
Okay, so you're not telling me that if you're in a plane and you aim down, you're not gonna hit the ground?
If you aim down, it will go up, actually.
No, I know how to control.
No, you don't.
But, like, if you aim the front of the ship towards the ground, you are eventually going to collide with said ground.
No, like, if the Earth's flat, so if you go down at a certain angle, it'll fly off.
Yeah, you just go straight, and then like there's the edge of the world. And
no, if you fly at a certain angle,
Mara wants to say it, but she won't.
Don't remember what you're saying?
She typed it in chat.
Close to 9/11.
Tell us.
Yeah, well, they thought it was a mountain. There was like a landing strip somewhere there, and there's like.
That's not
All
it,
in
Chief. That's not it.
That's what she said.
Maybe they thought it was like Red Bull like Pro
No,
play.
Mary fucking
do you
covers
know
up.
there's like Red Bull like
Red Bull gives you wings.
no, there's like Red Bull fucking like plane contests and they're like the stunt planes and they like go through like posts and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe they were trying that, but didn't.
Oh, yeah. Wait, and what's it called? Imagine if they were like their title for the YouTube video, fucking stunt
Red Bull
planes.
racing, Red Bull plane race.
Red Bull stunt planes, massive scale.
No, it's like one of Red Bull's biggest events. Red Bull like
Yeah, it's something wings or some shit like that.
flying
Yeah,
fucking contest.
is it Ace of something?
Red Bull flu tag? Flug tag? Flug tag. Flug tag.
Red Bull.
Flug tag. What the fuck is that name, man?
Flood tag.
What the fuck is Red Bull flug tag?
Red Bull Air Race.
Flug.
Precision is all Red Bull Air Race.
I feel like no, it's not flug tag. That's you might be right.
Yeah, you're fucking talking shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, flug tag's the
It's
stupid
legit
one when
called
like
Red
you
Bull
get,
Air Race. That's legit what it's called.
the flug tag is the one where it's like people build like fake fucking planes and then they run them off basically like a runway.
Oh,
and then
That shit. I want to do that. That looks so fun.
dude, you could use a canoe.
No.
They fucking they make like these makeshift plane things, and they have this platform that's like 20 meters in the air or something, and they just run it off the edge into the water and
Dude.
see how far they can go.
So Keegan and his brothers would basically put their canoe and bike on this thing, put some wings, like makeshift wings. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Like
Cardboard.
they'd make them out of
Fucking some
doors, like
cardboard
the wings out of doors or something, and then
So-
they
so the
basically
whole-
run as
the whole
fast as they
thing
can
is-
and hope it flies. Like the
Yeah,
Wright
so,
brothers.
it is an actual competition. Like the furthest you go, the better. But it's also
always the
creative
photos, like how you look like what you
Yeah.
look like and shit like that.
So there was like I watched one where they did like a Chinese dragon, like with the Chinese dragon, they just ran it off.
Fucking, it is so fun.
One
And
time
then there was
we,
there was like a mob of Mary Poppins people.
I feel like
Yeah.
Keegan's too familiar with this event.
Oh yeah, I fucking watched so many of them. And then there's also one where they there's like a pole in the middle of the river, and you have to get to like the furthest in the sand pit on the other side of the river.
Oh, and they fucking jump up.
Yeah, you jump onto the pole, and then you have to scale the pole as it's tipping, and then obviously the higher up the pole you get, the further in the sand you get.
I wanted that event.
Yeah.
I want that one.
But there's some.
I just
Yeah,
got
but
I just got to keep
it's called
remembering
Red
what
Bull
to
Race.
like. So I got a job last week, so I am now employed.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I
what
have
do you owe me money?
I have a new refound, like everyone has to give me a new like level of respect now. It's like this is no different from like 2 weeks ago. Like
What shit you talking about?
just because I'm working a 9 to 5 doesn't mean like I'm working hard.
Oh, yucking 9 to 5.
You know, I was like I'm working hard. No, but it's like I
Or
was
hardly working.
no,
which
the
one
thing
you
is-
doing?
You're working hard.
the thing is, I was doing like with streaming, you know, I love streaming. I love what I'm doing now as well, but I was doing, you know, that many hours a day. I mean, I posted up a thing today. So a couple of days ago was my like 2-year anniversary for Twitch. And in those 2
Fucking
years,
since
I
when?
streamed 110 days. Like hours worth.
Yeah, that was what, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a
Mary's
lot.
like, what the fuck?
110 days. I spent 24 hours times 110 on this computer streaming to y'all. So
Yeah.
like don't be
Refrain-
like I'm not
refrain from
working.
saying y'all because like you just don't have the accent for it, eh?
Yow. No, but like
Y'all.
but
Oh,
now,
y'all girls
what
out
I'm-
there.
what I'm trying to say is like there was no respect for that. No one gave a shit. Like it was like, yeah, you're just playing games. Like you're a scrub. But it's now that I'm
That's all
actually
we are doing, though.
My parents.
yeah. But it's like
Get off your ass and fucking go outside and
yeah,
do
but,
something.
but now it's like I'm
making
working in
things, though.
yeah, and it's like now that I'm working in an office, it's now considered productive, even though like before it wasn't productive. It's like okay, thanks. love the love. You know, love the belief in me.
Wait, minimal.
Yeah, no, there's minimal. But now it's like, oh yeah, you're the man. You're the man. Like, you can come home, do nothing, because you're the man.
Wait,
it's like,
yeah, I'm fucking like nearly at half what yours is.
What?
I'm 25 hours off 1,000.
Shit, I had I think mine was 2,600 hours.
Hey, how do I find this out, Mitchell?
Yeah, achievements.
I mean, at least you got Keegan there, so like Keegan wouldn't tell you to get off.
Keegan doesn't tell me to get off.
I mean, yeah, you do share a room now with him though, because you're when you're streaming, Keegan will be trying to sleep in his bed in that room.
No, I literally just comatose.
He used to like fucking like if I talked to him, like, wait, shut the fuck up.
No. So there's
now
Mitchell.
It's just like, nah, fuck this.
Okay, so there's when Mitchell gets excited or annoyed, he starts going closer to the mic. Even though he's going closer, he raises his voice. So you know how he goes away from and shouts at it? That's quiet compared to when he's like, "Oh, I think you'll fucking kill me! I think you'll kill me!" And then I'm laying right there, and I'm like, Mitchell,
don't you have a microphone?
Shut the fuck up!
Don't you have a mic?
Who? Me?
Keegan.
No, you gave it to Lachlan.
What?
No, well, so I bought a mic when I was at uni. And
no, the microphone. I swear you had like a new, fresh microphone that sounded crystal clear, like 6 weeks ago.
No, he didn't.
Was it that one the whole time? I swear you got the
right.
same one as Mitchell.
No.
This whole
Lachlan
time.
Lachlan got a new headset.
Oh right, I've been bedoozled.
Fucking getting people confused.
Yeah, you've been living under a fucking
No,
rock.
I knew you had a new mic, Mitchell, but I didn't realize that Keegan had the same one the whole time.
How do I find this shit?
You know what? Moving away from the mic when you're talking about it is good. Wait, is it not? And I'm just killing everyone. All right. Do I need to stand back here or what?
Yeah, just go to the other side of the room and then leave.
All right, sounds good. Sorry.
I
I thought this was a condenser microphone, but
how do I figure this?
Wait, I'm fucking retarded.
Help me, Mitchell, please.
it controls dynamic range. What does that mean?
Where do I go?
I don't understand what that means. Okay, you're a domain expert in this. You white bitches.
Yes, we know.
I mean,
All the way.
How many videos do I have? I have 36 videos, apparently.
Yeah, but
Nice.
you know it's professional mic technique. It controls dynamic range. You are so dumb. How's that? But
I could have gotten a blue
Wait,
one.
what is this clip?
But now,
remember this.
now that I have a job, I gots to go to bed early as well.
Just the moolah.
Yeah, I know, and that's gonna be nice. I'm gonna look forward to that. But I have so much debt.
Go
I need
to
to
bed
pay.
early. Dude, I still go to bed at fucking like 11 o'clock. Even have to wake up like 6.
Yeah, I've been going to bed at 11, 12 and waking up at 6 to go to the gym. It's been good. It's been a good, like...
Yeah, see, if I gotta go to the
process.
gym, I gotta wake up at like 4.
Fuck
Well,
Jim.
5.
So I wake up at 6 and
Wait,
work
who
out till
the-
7.
Who the hell is SNG Rivals?
I don't know. So your
Where'd that
focus...
come from?
Oh.
Your focus has gone off now.
Yeah, Keegan's fucking looking
No,
at
I'm
range.
trying to
You're
find how
both...
many
I can
hours
see you
I've done
both. You're
on
both
this.
caught red-handed. Look at this. Both of you are caught red-handed.
Red-handed or what?
Red-handed
see,
doing
I
what?
don't
There's one
remember
there.
that.
He's watching shit here, and then he's watching shit here. Cut them both. Cut them both out of our lives.
Idiots.
Idiots. You guys have
You
your
talking about
cameras faced at each other.
Are you
Idiot.
talking about me? Are you talking about me?
Maybe.
You fucking talking about me.
But I
Fight me,
am
bitch.
looking forward to moving out though. Like I always wanted to like go to a gamer house, but then Meeks would not permit
Yeah,
it.
that's good. When was that happening?
So you guys
What was
can
that,
come to
Mitchell?
Adelaide.
Talk quieter.
Will you guys come to Adelaide?
Finish my apprenticeship, I'm down.
All right, and then we can all move into a gamer house, and then move to the bin. You fucking
Why don't we kick Click out of their house?
Just
okay.
steal their house.
How about
Let's just rock up and they'll be like, "Who the fuck you?" And it's like the owners of this house.
I'm
now fucking
Keegan.
leave.
I got
Scum.
I got drunk with misfits. Fucking get out of this house.
I'm actually a member of Misfits. They just don't know it.
For sure, they don't know it.
Mhm.
No, you guys come down to Adelaide. I'll make 4 of you move to Adelaide instead of 2 of us moving to Brisbane, but that's fine. It's a good,
Yeah, fucking,
it's a fucking power
the
move.
logic behind it.
It's a power move.
Just...
Easy.
I've got 501 hours of streaming.
Nice.
Nice.
I hope to yeah, Gamer House would be sick. I would love to do it, and I'd try to outlay some infrastructure for NBN to go straight to the house. So like pay 10 grand to get the fiber optic cable from the pit to our house.
Where the
just
fuck
so
are you gonna pull 10 grand
we
from?
get the speed.
His
I don't know.
asshole. What do you
My
mean?
asshole, clearly. My big
Mine
daddy
doesn't
wage.
even have that much money
Obvious.
stowed away in it.
My big daddy wage.
Ah,
Your big daddy age.
so
Wait till I'm
can you sprinkle some sugar on that for me and then become mine?
Look,
Please?
I'm still the poorest person in this call until like the end of this month, so
Oh, yeah,
can't
I'm
do
pre-
shit.
Hang on.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
don't
pretty.
know about that.
Maybe not.
I've got $12 in my
pretty
bank
poor
account.
this week, eh?
I've got $12 in my bank
Alright,
account, and I owe people
Hold
money.
on,
So
hold on.
Oh, my phone's being used as a flashlight. I can't check. I think I have like $2. And I still have to pay for
I'm only
my
gonna
next
get
3
paid.
weeks of TAFE and then stay up for bond as well to move out.
I'm legit gonna get
I
paid
have
$300 this week.
$3.92
That's it.
in my bank
Oh.
account.
3.
3.
You just bought dinner.
Not with my debit card.
Wow.
You swipe harder than
Wow.
a credit card stealer. Oh wait, you are a credit card stealer.
It was
Wait,
my dad's
she's a
idea.
credit
I
card?
don't want to pay for it. I don't have a credit card. I have a debit card, not a credit card.
Yeah, it's like to have a credit card.
cards are
Fuck
fun.
that.
No, don't get it because I've heard that credit card banks hate people.
Bless you.
I cough on you.
Where's
No.
the fucking dear dab? Where's the fucking dear dab?
Oh yeah, I
Um,
got
where's the
my.
fucking
I got a
detail?
banks
note now.
don't like you having credit cards. Don't let anyone tell you, especially your parents, go, yeah, get a
Well,
credit card and use
So
it,
my-
and then you'll
my
get a good
sister
credit
works at
rating.
a bank.
Yeah.
No,
My
fuck.
sister-
Don't talk to me
No,
about
but
credit rating.
I went to because we went
My
to
credit
Megs
rating's
and I
a
went to go
fucking shitter.
get a house, and it's like as soon as you have a credit card, you increase your lending capacity, which is a bad
Right.
thing. For banks, banks do not like you having a high lending capacity for when it comes to them giving you a loan. For them, for
Right.
you spending lots of money, they fucking love it. They will give you like 100 grand on a credit card, which doesn't make sense because if you max that out, you've got to pay 20%
Right.
interest rate.
With the interest and everything.
Boy,
It's just
boys
'cause they
and
want your
gal,
money.
Hey,
boys and
not you, poohead, Mr. Nail Clippers. Would you say, Mara?
I said it's just because they want your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister works for a pretty big bank company over here, and she's like helping me with everything.
Oh yeah,
What?
I'm
nah.
not
I
allowed
fuck-
to live
I
on
fucked
feeding-
up on my
feeding
I
you
fucked up my
funds.
credit score. I
So
fucked up my credit score hard.
Wait,
You
while we're
gotta-
talking about lack of money, therefore, or thereof, what would you do if you were to move into the middle of fucking butt fuck nowhere in the bush? What would you do to survive?
Fucking get a
Fucking
car and
suck.
drive away? Get the fuck out of it?
I'd hitchhike. Fuck that.
No,
I'd hitchhike.
no, like to live, like you have no money, you have no car, you have nothing. Like,
Fucking go back to primate, start making tools and weapons shit and kill my own food.
okay, Mr. Bear Grylls over there, what the fuck do
Mate-
you think you?
Make some tools and weapons and then kill myself.
Well, first I'd find some vines, and then I'd make a rope, and then I'd find a really tall tree, and then I'd jump. Nah,
You're bungee jumping.
Mitchell thinks he's on fucking Rust or some shit.
Fucking oath.
He's fucking running around naked with a rock. Like you just like some dude just chilling in his
Look.
fucking cabin in the woods where he goes hunting, and you see this kid just run around with a fucking rock, just like.
But I've seen my fair share of primitive technology, so I know how to make pottery. I know how to make a mud house now. I know how to make tools. I don't know
Yeah,
how to
you
make
should
a
know
noose.
mud.
Pottery, I fucking
I know how to
I
make
could not do
noose.
pottery.
So you basically like make a little sausage in your hand out of clay, which you get on a riverbed. There's
So I get my little sausage in my hands. Yes, what do I do?
Rub it, and then it makes like a little clay noodle, and then you- and then you put it around, so it makes like a circle shape, and then you squeeze it together, sort of thing. It's like Play-Doh.
I don't think mine will go that shape.
Not after you touch it too long.
After I
gotta
warm
go.
you.
I'm gonna stop talking to you guys.
After I warm him up, he ain't going.
It's, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Keegan's can we just kick him out of the chat?
Alright, see ya.
Oh,
Okay, now he just ruined the image, but that's fine.
But I'm back.
Shit.
Oh fuck.
hello,
This guy.
A gamer house.
You have a new message from Steam Team.
Who, what now?
But a gamer house would be good though.
Yes, I'm fucking sick as.
Anyway, NBN would come. That's right. It'd be to our house. We'd probably have a stinky room like the one you guys have right now, a bit bigger.
Hey, it's
Or
just
maybe-
because Mitchell's fucking filthy shoes are in here doesn't mean it smells bad all the time.
I would honestly get like a bin and then light that bin on fire. And there was like random shit like you guys have in your room right now. I just throw it in there, just catch it on flames.
We have a little bit of random shit that's from.
Okay, so if you think about it, I have bed, chair with some clothes on it, and like
And then fucking everything.
no, but they're all packing boxes for like all my stuff.
Then half
then-
drunk,
and then you look
half
over
drunk
at Mitchell.
Bundabergs, half
And then
drunk
you look towards
Bundaberg,
Mitchell's
sun
side of
kiss.
the room.
half drunk Bundaberg, sun kiss, a plate,
Oh wait, fuck yeah!
Hard drugs. No.
a bowl. I can see a bowl. Look, there's a bowl underneath your hand on the left side.
Are you down here?
Yeah, there's a bowl there.
Yeah, I said Keegan. Keegan has 1, 2, 3, 4 plates, a bowl, a banana skin. Looks like 6 pieces of cutlery.
Wait! You gotta count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We'll just make whoever
8
like
that I can see.
loses something in like the weekly podcast we have, just like have to clean the house for the week.
No. That's way too time consuming.
Or you just
we'll
clean
do
up
it
your
all
shit.
before an inspection.
No, we'll fucking own the house.
An inspection, dude.
We don't need fucking inspections.
I'll just put sprinklers on. I'll just put sprinklers on the roof, right? And then if you guys
Just
don't clean
fucking
your
walks
shit,
in with
just,
the hose. It's like clean, bitches.
just right into your computer.
Oh, I'd fucking if you did that to my computer, I'd kill you.
And then as you're screaming
have
at me,
to.
just like this into your face.
Oh,
Take that the bug spray. Just
Oh yeah, I just
The
see
bug
this.
spray on the camera.
Just
no.
oh wait, no. What? Is...
Oh, he did it again.
Okay.
There's a fucking show that I watched. It's like some stupid show, but they're like he like sniffs bug spray and it makes his eye. I think it's what's that Bogan show? And this
Oh, Bogan Hunter.
yeah, Bogan Hunter. And there's like this show called Bogan Hunter, and it's got like this dude. He literally goes and buys Raid and fucking shoots it up his nostril, and it makes his eye go white.
Wait, what the fuck?
It's all set up though. Like it's an empty container, but have you ever seen Bogan Hunter, dear?
don't need to.
It's funny.
I'm not watching it.
No, but you know what I'm talking about though.
I have no clue what you're talking about, but I don't need
You have
to.
no-
That's it right there. That's the whole show.
That's right. It's just cans.
okay.
It's just like locals around Cairns
Welcome to Cairns, you fuckers.
or Newcastle, but you didn't hear it from me.
Nah, Mariba.
I just,
Mariba's where they
I just segregated 2 areas.
inbred
Cairns and-
Mariba.
I could list half of Brisbane.
All right, and then let me just add Newcastle on that one. Just bloop.
No, Bogan Hunters. It's like a TV show.
Where are they from?
Australia.
Okay, is it like go?
Shit.
Okay, can we just this guy over here like Australia? Obviously, no one else in the world calls like
I
their.
obviously that, and I obviously
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. So it
Just-
eliminates
it's in the
it to
Discord.
just you guys.
Wait,
Exactly.
it's in the Discord.
Yeah, let me just close the visual,
Yeah.
close the video, and then look at the meme.
What's that?
Okay, he's just gone over his head. It's gone.
Yeah, he's fucking.
All I heard was close the video call. I was like looking up.
But I don't. Okay, honestly though, I can't think of one person that'd sponsor Keegan though, in his current state, who would be like, "Yep, we'll get around him. We'll sponsor him."
Yeah, well, that's why you haven't been sponsored yet either.
That's right. No, I've actually been sponsored quite a few times, buddy.
Your mum doesn't count.
That's true. But no, she doesn't sponsor me either. Nah, we got Cosmic sponsors with love.
Cosmic sponsors, and I get up him because
He
I
shouldn't.
don't need to be sponsored by him. I'm just happy enough to make videos to make people laugh, even if it's at me. Like, I don't care if people laugh at me. Like, as you can see by you three.
What are you talking about, Toes McGee?
Hey, they're fucking glorious toes.
Oh, don't you
You get
reckon?
fuck-
Don't you reckon Mitchell like? He can't even see his eyes now. He's literally covered by his hair.
Yeah,
You
'cause
can-
I'm fucking looking down, boy. All right.
No, wait, see what he does. He gets his headphones and he does this.
Yeah, you ready?
And he-
If I can say this, then he's go, whoa.
See what I mean? It's fucking so stupid.
Shut the frig up. Hey.
That's a
He's-
bad word.
He's like the frick. I said.
What cunt?
He's like do you know like shaggy
Why does
dogs?
Mara seem so shocked?
He's like the shaggy dog. Mitchell's like the shaggy dog with like the noodle hairs and like covers his eyes.
No, you know what I get referred to a lot as?
Shaggy?
Microphone.
I'm actually not gonna fucking post it anywhere that stream can see because it's fucking racist as fuck.
Microphone?
Mario?
Fuck.
Is it Mario?
Microphone.
I gotta go and inspect. Give me a second.
Hold up. I'm confused now. Are you guys? I'm not sure if you guys are streaming or not. I do not know.
Tadpole. No. Gollywog. That one.
Oh wow, look at those gray
No.
hairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about grey hairs?
No.
Oh, fuck out of here.
He doesn't like it. He's not getting around it.
He was
Alright.
he was sitting there and he's like fucking looking up tadpoles and fucking all these different words. And he typed in
Alright, look, I typed in polywog, alright? I was one letter off. Get out of here.
Oh wait, are you talking about like the Pokemon
like a little-
or the Gollywog?
no, it's like a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
black toy with like a
Yeah,
fuzzy
yeah, that's
afro.
from Noddy.
Oh,
That's from
Yeah.
Noddy.
that. Oh.
That's why I get fucking called a what?
But by the Christian goers at work.
No.
Okay,
But I like fucking
Don't s-
family and shit.
okay.
Yeah, Mitchell, but it's also
The
gollywog.
Christian girls aren't far off it though.
Mitchell, that's a gollywog, yes. But also gollywog is like Australian just for fucking retard. Yeah. It's just like, oh, you're fucking gollywog, you fucktard.
I think there's a kind of a correlation between the two of those there.
What, between Mitchell and retard? Yeah. Like,
Yes,
I'm
that.
just noticing this
No,
now.
no, but the racial correlation. I don't want to get woke on
Yeah.
y'all, but I feel like there's a reason why.
This is why I was fucking like, don't want to show it on the street.
And then
Shit.
and then old mate, he's like, yeah, just go it, just send it, send it, pack it, and send it. Been packing and sending
Send it
all
to
day from
everyone.
the fridge. We're gonna pack and send this. Oh my
Oh,
god!
man, why the fuck you have a blanket on your head? I have to ask.
Because I'm cold.
Yeah,
Why the
your ice
fuck
cold
are you
hard.
dead?
Bloody hell.
Because I'm cold. And my ears get cold. My ears get cold, and when my ears get cold, the rest of my
Has
body gets cold,
headphones on.
alright?
My ears get cold.
Listen, all right? I have a scar on my body in a very strange spot, and it like.
Well, now you have to
fucks
show
with my-
us.
No, I can't show it. I can't show
Go
it.
on.
Well, don't bring it up then. I could be like, yeah, I have scars on my nutsack. You want to see?
So it's from when I had cancer.
You
Okay.
thought.
Yeah, it's
You
right here.
probably should. It's
Wait,
from when I
the
had
weird thing is I know
cancer.
that he actually has one.
You idiots need to stop talking. She's talking, bro, and she goes to the microphone.
Sorry, let me just it's right here. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when I was a kid, I had cancer, correct? Yes.
Yes.
So then I have a scar from when they did chemotherapy, and it fucks with my body temperature regulation.
So
Nice.
wait,
So
Yeah,
I'm
so-
always cold.
So
Always
insert
cold?
heater.
Always
Ins-
cold.
but what about your ears
One of the
though?
guys I went to school with has
I don't know,
a
my ears just get
scar
cold.
from like the base of his neck down to his tailbone,
Wait, what?
like the whole way down his spine,
I have a scar all the way down my spine.
because he
As
was
well.
born with dry blood in his spine.
That's tough. I was born with cancer.
Yikes.
He like if he was like fell over and got like a scratch or something, he had to be like taken to the hospital basically.
That's called
Is that because it is
blood
wouldn't clot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That the
Yeah, I
Royals.
had to be so careful.
The Royals have that.
Yeah, probably.
It's called
royal family.
It's because of inbreeding. It's true.
Yeah.
No, the royal family's inbred.
Yeah.
I'm not joking you.
Good to
that
know.
is.
Good to know.
Because they're Targaryens.
No, because if they get bumped or something, if they don't realize that the blood doesn't clot inside, like it can burst a vein and it can just constantly bleed
Inside
yeah,
their
so they're, like-
skin.
Yeah, and then so like they can like.
Oh, that's
bleed to,
fine.
like-
That's what the blood's meant to be.
No, but like not how it. Like you're not wrong, but it's like not in the areas where it happens.
You can see your blood trickling, and all of a sudden, like you got all this blood pulling up in your big toe or something. You're like, "What? I got bumped in the arm."
like fucking. You know when you were little and like you used to like jump on your bed and you bang your head on the fucking end of your bed or something.
Nah, I had a 2-bunk bed, not a 3-bunk bed. Okay, so my bunk bed has some more head clearance.
No, because we used to muck around and like wrestle and shit, and then like you'd like smack the fucking metal on the
I
bed.
know that. Yep.
Yeah. Imagine if you're like a royal kid.
We're to take that shit outside.
No, imagine if you're.
How about you talk into the
Imagine if you're a
microphone?
kid in the royal family and fucking smack your head.
I'm talking to Keegan.
You smack your head and you die.
Talking to Keegan.
No, you smack your head and then like you wake up and like your whole body's like swollen. You stand up and all the blood just goes to like your ankles, and so your ankles like so well.
I'm just thinking of like the Walking Dead zombie thing when it's like sitting in a water or something for ages, and then they drain the water, so all like its feet are just like saturated with just like soaked up water flesh. It's gross.
Imagine like this body just sitting there like a waterbed, and then it stands up and it all just goes to the fucking ankles.
No.
Like imagine you just sleeping there peacefully and you go and poke him and he just ripples. Like the queen rocks out, is like, oh my little baby, like doink.
Doink.
It's like it just ripple effect away.
Make it up clean. Yeah, basically. Wow, went quite real quick.
Yeah, I'm just thinking,
'cause I'm
just
not
processing it all. But yeah, I think a lot of the royal family was like incest between the 19th and 20th century. They inbred a lot. Like I think that includes the Windsor family and stuff like that. Ah, very funny. They all muted me so they couldn't actually hear, but that's fine. That's hilarious.
Their bodies don't make
You fucking deafened yourself, you monkey.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You deafened yourself.
How did I deafen myself?
I don't fucking know.
I didn't
You
do
deafened
shit.
yourself. All he tried to fucking tell you deafened yourself, and they're like, oh, hang on, you deafened yourself. You can't fucking hear us either.
What the fuck? Oh man, press this button.
You
Yeah, I think
literally,
I did.
you literally went right close to your mic and started like talking all serious, and we're just sitting here
And
going,
then
like,
it just-
we can't fucking hear him, mate. What the fuck's he going on about? This podcast is a shit show and a half.
It really is, but it's all right. Those
We
are the
had
best
to
podcasts.
build up to I think we had to build up to like 100 episodes, then have Keegan on, so we had the endurance. And the
Dude, no, like I should have just been in the background, just sitting there waving my phone, and then like the next episode I get a little bit closer, and then the next one I'm like right up in the grill, like, "What's up,
Slowly.
bitches?"
Well, when I first started this podcast, I thought, I'd like try to have on different people every time and, stuff like that. But I think I haven't proven myself to, let's say, the industry, to people out there that don't know me. So,
So it'd just be like some random going, "Can I talk to you, please?"
it's like Freaky Frosty. Freaky Frosty's like, "Hey, I'm starting a podcast. You guys want to go want to join it and be on my podcast?" You can't be like, "No, I'd rather not."
Is that
so
Frosty, the dude that was?
yep.
Oh, he was good fun. I really enjoyed his company.
Would you go on his podcast though?
evenings.
His
Fuck no.
not in his
Nah, I
current
just
state.
didn't Wait, what's his current state?
Well, I don't know his current state, but at the time,
Like annoying little prick.
he wasn't too bad. I think he's just a kid though. Like keep that in mind. He is very young.
Yeah, but like still, like we all were there as a group. He could have easily just like hung out with us.
No, but he was with his parents and
was-
stuff, man. No, what I'm saying is that like,
Did you just say his parents were dead?
what?
That's what he
No.
was saying.
Oh no, he said that. He said his parents are like
He said
are
something
dead.
like that.
Oh wait, Frosty was that little rat who came up to me and he's like, "Can I have this, please?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking who was the one who was with us in the apartment that we only saw like once every blue moon?
Oh, fucking bastard.
Ah,
Yeah, that one.
I got it mixed up.
You think?
I completely forgot about Frosty and his autism.
Okay, so someone has
Man,
said their
poor
bodies
little
don't
boy.
make enough clotting factors, so they just bleed out of the spot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ew, it's like
Mary, you think
oozing.
I'm bad at reading chat?
No, it's
I feel
different.
like
It's a
I've been at max
podcast.
3 minutes.
No, it's a
3 minutes.
podcast. It's a podcast. I'm trying to stay in the conversation with you guys. If I'm like talking to you guys and you guys are talking, all of a sudden I go, yeah. Anyway, so Baker said, "Oi," like this just ruins the flow.
Wait, actually, I said, wait, you
Deafen you.
defend.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yourself, you ponky.
You just sit there and you just spam your mute button and it's like,
It's coming out like goat
This guy
pellets.
sounds like you.
What?
This
what?
guy sounds like Keegan.
Which guy?
His demeanor
Too much-
sounds like fucking
Too much
Keegan.
fiber? I didn't know that if you
Oh,
eat too
where's-
much
wait.
fiber, that your stomach like becomes a balloon. Interesting
Yes.
fact.
It's called bloating.
That's right. Maybe
Called
dad bod
ballooning.
is from too much rice, too much bread.
I'm taking a cut right now. It's coming out like Coke pellets. Hey, mine was a fucking river. Get over it.
I tell you what though, I'm so frequent now. It's unbelievable. I used to go like once a day. Now it's like 3 or 4 times. I don't understand.
Oh, the poor
How the
papa.
fuck?
I don't know.
I'm like
I-
once a day, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's good enough.
yeah, I don't
Wait,
know if
you
I'm
shit?
okay. Not since Bali. Not since Bali. Since I went to
Oh,
Bali.
Oh,
Do you guys hear about what happened to me in Bali?
No,
I got like, I
probably
swear I
not.
got like E. coli or something poisoning.
probably.
You know,
Anyway.
a cola is just like a normal thing, eh?
Not in your stomach.
Can't.
But too much of it in places where it's not supposed to be is
Anyway,
not good for you.
I basically had like IBS, like irritable bowel syndrome, for
Oh,
like
that's better. I can see
3
everyone now.
months after. I had to. I was like going like 10 to 15 times a day. Yeah, it was horrible for 3 months.
Fuck
So
that.
you had a toilet plastered to your ass cheeks.
So basically,
or-
yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's essentially just like me going, I'm gonna get food. The queue popped. I'll be back. And then you sit
Basically,
back down.
basically,
That's like you.
Do you know
Just
when
like
brought
you
the-
go to the toilet, take a shit, and then you like the SpongeBob meme. I'm out, and then you gotta stand up and you sit back down. You're like, okay, we're here
Yeah,
for another like
yeah.
an hour.
Yeah, pretty
Yep,
much. And,
and-
it just when it hits you, you have to go.
When I complained about
Or else
my
I'll
asshole
shake.
hurt, it was probably then. Not, yeah, it was then. So
Did we know you when?
possibly,
Was
yeah,
this like your most recent Bali trip?
yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, well,
most
like
recent
if
buy
you, if
show.
you
No,
think
it's not
about
healthy at all.
Between ages ago.
It's not healthy at all.
Dear, if you think about it, our friendship is like escalated like pretty fucking quickly.
That's what friendships happen,
So-
dude.
That's
It
online
is fucking
friendships for
weird.
you.
No. But like, if
First
you
time
think
I
about
met
it,
Mara, she fucking hated
you
me.
were
Now look at
watching-
this. She's right here.
Mara still ate
Peanut butter.
She fucking leaves.
But no, you're right.
hey,
it
the
has
three
escalated.
amigos.
Oh, anyway, now she's gone. Can she join back?
Okay, now we can start talking.
Yeah,
shit.
there's a join button. She
Mara,
can
join
click.
back, please.
I
There you go.
couldn't join back. It wouldn't let me join back.
That's funny. That's too funny.
Midlife crisis.
Damn it! I didn't think
Bit
she'd
mad.
notice.
But I seriously, I tell you what, it was the worst time. It was like everything was wrong. Everything wrong was going on. My Twitch stats just declined. Went into the toilet. My whole body, all my fluids, my brain went into the toilet, and I haven't recovered since. Have not
Yeah,
recovered
Wait,
since.
did you have the squirrel from fucking Ice Age fucking jump on your fucking ass cheeks with the fucking acorn?
Yes, yes. I had a sore ass for 3 months in a row.
No, you know how he fucking jumps on his corn and fucking splits everything and just everything just falls out?
Yes. It was like that. I'd have to like go to the toilet, and I don't need to script it, but like something like this big would come out, and I'd be on the toilet for like 20 minutes because it had to go. It had to be gone. I was just in pain.
Wait, have you
In pain. Okay, now I've DC'd or something?
Hold on, he's like, and then fucking deer sitting on the toilet.
Dude, it was the worst pain ever. I don't wish anyone to get like 3 months worth of diarrhea. IBS something. It was the worst. Now, I'm eating almonds. Segway.
The only I can eat nuts if they're like fucking powdered. After that fucking chuck them in
Fucking goes and gets the fucking powder.
But I don't know, what is like what is the regulation for like toilet times, healthy amounts?
It should be like once a
Mary's
day.
like, I can't believe he's actually looking this shit up. What the fuck is wrong with him?
What?
Mary, welcome to the fucking life of guys.
Pooping anywhere from 3 times a day to 3 times a week is normal. Dude, I used to poop like once a day, once every 2 days. Now I'm like 3 or 4, so I don't get it.
Wait, what?
That's fucking scary.
Wait.
I'm once a day, that's it.
Wait, 3 times a day to 3 times a week is normal.
Girls don't poop, so.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh,
You
so
just talk
build
shit.
up.
You just talk shit instead. Got
I
him.
don't eat ass, but I talk shit. Young nuts still coming with the hot shit. Do you guys know D-Bangs? He's the one that did like the anime bitches and like big. What the fuck is it called? Oh my god.
What's it called?
Hentai. I
No,
don't know.
no,
Buta. What is that? Buta?
no,
Futa?
no. I gotta look. It's a song. I gotta look up the name of it.
No, that's right up to you, Ali, that other one. We got a whole chat dedicated to him. Hey, dear.
What? Yeah, we do.
Oh, I can't say that on stream. Oh god. Okay.
What, big booty bitches?
No.
What word?
Oh.
Type it, and then I'll get my censor team to come through.
I'm just gonna copy a song.
Yeah, just
link
add it
from
to the Discord. I
Spotify.
won't go to Dear's chat and like copy and paste it.
It's that song.
She's
Sick
got.
Nigerians and anime titties. Fair enough.
Well,
Dear's like freaking out.
I mean, I didn't say it, so look. I'm not saying
can't
go
get banned
say
if
it.
you didn't say it.
Well, that's it. If
Huh?
if I was standing next to you and you ran naked and like went streaking or shot someone, and I was standing there, wasn't me, then you'd get arrested, not me. How could I get arrested? I didn't do it.
No, Dear, I don't think you understand how friendships work. If I kill someone, you have to help me
You're
bury
going
the
down
body.
with them.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
Where were you then, man? What the fuck?
Just sitting there, it's like, Dear, you're going down with me.
Hey, you're going with me.
No, wait. Imagine if like you like kill someone and then you leave the house that you killed him in and just go like to the neighbors. It's like, hey, can you help me with something real quick?
I need help.
Get them to follow you.
I need help
Get them to follow you.
gardening.
And then it's like, is that a dead body? It's like, well, you've seen it now. You have to help. Or else you get
I'm
thrown to
calling the
jail, man.
police. No, I'm calling it on you, bro. You the one who did it. Can you help
Just
me with
like-
gardening? Why are you gardening? It's 12 a.m.
It's just a really big hole that just needs to be covered.
I'm putting in a tree. I'm digging a hole for a tree.
I was thinking of making a new pool over here.
I'm digging a pool.
Just big enough for a body though.
Imagine if you started like you wanted to make a pool in your backyard, digging, right? And then you dig and like hit a tunk. You know what the fuck is that? Then you like scare it away. This is a skeleton, but like a skull just there.
Like a casket?
I mean,
I don't think it would go. I think it would go more like. as it fucking crushes into the skull, and you're like, well, that wasn't good.
Yeah, sure. It's like just like hit a thing, and it's like finds out it's like a skull. Would you freak the fuck out, or would you go, huh, that's neat?
You'd be like, oh, fucking guess it's there now.
I'd literally like grab it and like do those ones where you're like, oh, look at me, and start moving his jaw and shit.
Keegan just found his new breakfast acai bowl. That's what he's.
Wait, that's so fucking good.
Who wants a recipe
Fucking
for
just
an
turns the
acai
skull
Send
upside
it
down.
through.
Just like,
Send it, Mira.
Here, I'm just gonna out my work company real fast and tell you recipes to our what are they called now? Hold on.
Wait, acai bowls have fucking special names?
No, the company I work for, what are they called? Oh, they're called like dream bowls or something like that. We have an acai prima bowl, a chunky strawberry bowl, an island papaya bowl, nutty almond butter bowl, a PB wow cacao, peachy green goodness, and vanilla
I could
blue
not
sky.
work with you. I could not say those words. Fucking life depended on it.
Oh, don't
I could
worry.
not say those words. Are fucking straight.
You want
you
some?
literally
you want
work
some
at
smoothie
Boost
names?
Juice, and it's just like, would you like a
Would you like
Like
blueberry
a pink
glass?
star or a strawberry surf rider?
Can I have a
Or a
prolapse?
banana
Sorry,
berry.
Surf Rider.
I don't think I could say that in your accent. Would you like a strawberry surf rider?
Yeah,
That's like-
Oh, you want
and you're
a
like-
mocha? Oh, cool.
Mocha
cool.
chocolate?
Mocha?
Mocha choca? Mocha
You
choca
want an
loco?
Orange sea booster?
Orange sea
Oh,
booster.
A Caribbean passion?
A pistachio? Would you like a pistachio surprise?
Pistachio mint green?
Razzmatazz? Got you.
Razzmatazz?
That's raspberry.
The razzmatazz. It's mixed berry
But no,
juice,
but you
orange
gotta say the
sugar,
razzmatazz.
strawberries,
You gotta be like,
bananas.
would you like a razzmatazz?
Oh God!
You're
no,
fucking
I'd
doing
rather
the
kill
jazz
Oh
hands
my
and
god,
shit.
you are such an anime character just then.
You want
Would you
a
like a
strawberry
red-
whirl?
Wow!
Do you want a smooth talking mango?
Smooth?
Smooth talking mango.
No, I can't have that one.
It's oat milk.
He's getting
mango,
roasted.
Wait, no.
Pineapples and agave drizzle.
Do you have a sweet talking mango? Because I like to get sweet talk too. No one says anything. Okay, I'm just gonna go neck with this cord real quick. Hold up, give me a second.
How about a mango a go go?
That wasn't it, Chief. This is like hipsters who aren't hipsters being fake hipsters. What? Can you further elaborate on what that means? So like,
Elaborate. Please elaborate.
okay, after talking with you for 1 hour, I was gonna say 125 minutes, but it's gone. I've gone. My cognition is out the
You
window.
can't even say a word. It's like after time
I'm straight. After an hour and 25 talking to you, it's gone. The cognition's out.
Wait, Mira has a tattoo. Yeah, that's right.
So do I. Tattooed my.
Exposed it now.
I tattooed.
Hey, it's all good. I could
Multiple.
just clip to your stream and have a look at it.
I tattooed like around my
13?
butthole.
What does
Around my
this say?
butthole.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I have a lot.
8.29193.
That
Okay, that's a way bigger number. I can't read all that shit.
and then fuck, motherfucker. Hold on.
Nah, I don't fuck.
Around my butthole, there's like the date of when
Oh,
like.
bullshit.
What did
I
Keegan
see
say?
why.
And then there's
different.
that one. And that one. And that one. And then that one. And then that one. And then that one. Oh god.
I saw the one on your
Why
finger,
yes.
like here.
And yeah, there's one right there.
Is it a moustache?
No, it's a cross. And then there's two there. And then and then there's two there.
Ew.
Oh, guys, if you want a toe pics, you had toe videos.
Yeah, there you go.
Donate now.
Alright.
Most viewed- Most viewed Australian video.
How did you make money the other week or whatever it was?
Don't expose me. Don't expose me.
That's alright.
Don't expose you
I'm
for-
gonna be getting the fat checks this video.
I
Don't
used to sell
worry.
my feet pictures.
I just like, dear, just on his stream, just thanks for the $500 sub.
Thank you for the 500 gifted subs in the chat. Like,
Don't know what to say, but like, I don't think there's enough people watching to get all them
that
subs.
could
so
honestly pay.
chill.
That could honestly pay for the gamer house. Okay, those toe picks. So you gotta, girls gotta
I have-
hustle.
That's true.
I have a good amount of
Gross.
money saved because I used to sell my feet pictures.
I mean,
you know how
how much per
photographers have all
shot
the
though?
flash-
Jim's getting like $50 a shot.
What?
It's $50 a picture.
$50 US a shot.
$50 US. A
How many did
picture.
you end up selling? No shame. Like, how many did you end up clearing?
Let me calculate. Hold on.
Because
$80 Australian dollars per fucking picture.
I'm just confused. Like, why do people want?
So,
Why do
That's what you work for, like, 8 hours.
why do people want to spend
that-
$50
Yeah.
on toe pics though? Like,
So I sold about 40 pictures.
Oh, big money's PogChamp.
the fuck,
No, dear, that's not the
What the fuck?
dear. That's not the worst one.
That's $3,000.
No, dear, that's not the worst one. Some dude paid her to
Oh,
wear
paid me to wear
socks and
for
then
a
send
day?
them to
Yeah.
her.
How much was that? Dude,
Wasn't it like
I
500 you said or some
I
shit?
commend
No,
you
it
for
was
this.
250, I think. That sounds right.
What the
250.
fuck? He's gonna be
That's
that
like
guy.
$275.
He's probably a guy that
Australian.
like masturbates in a jar and then like he's gonna put those
I don't
socks in the
care,
jar
it's
now.
money.
I know
it
it's just
doesn't- all I have to do is wear socks and then send them, and I don't have to talk to him ever again. He gets blocked. Problem solved.
Dude,
No,
that's
but he's gotta
insane.
be in a good customer though.
I'm not sending him.
This
more
is turning
socks.
into a strange pimping situation. No, the thing is, she's pimping herself. Okay, we ain't doing shit. We're just
Listen,
giving
I'm a
her
broke
we're just
bitch.
giving
We're
her a platform.
inquiring.
Okay, we're just giving her a platform.
Keegan.
Keegan wants to add like socks to his My Little Pony jar.
I know what you're talking about there as well. I know what you're talking about.
How
I've seen
gross!
that.
I've just seen too many
That
memes.
was-
What did I come in?
That was like sedimentary shit there. That was fucked.
Yeah,
No. Don't come into not a good place. So
I'm so sorry.
So if you go onto Reddit, there's two things I do on Reddit. So I'm on the Reddit on the train, but I've noticed that like it's half the stuff I'm looking at. It's not safe work. So some of it's
What are you doing, my
he's gonna show you. He's gonna like get it and show you.
Oh, did yours really die? So you're just gonna yoink my phone?
So some of it's like the some of the stuff I watch
Fucking
is
hell.
botch surgeries. That's really good. I look at that.
I love botch surgery.
So it's like they upload photos of like people with like fucked up like I say fucked up faces. I don't mean like like a surgeon's done a
Fucked
shit
up
job.
Things that have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is
like
botched
a girl recently had like her nose, like the skin in her nose basically like was infected and like her like prosthetic nose like popped
What are you
out
trying
of
to
her
do?
skin and it's just like sitting out of her nose and it's ugh.
Go to the bottom, swipe
I
up,
love all things.
No,
medical.
sorry,
As
go
a
to the
kid,
top.
I was
Go to
the
the top,
weird
swipe
kid
down.
that like would watch
and then hold on the
surgeries
torch.
growing up.
Oh, this shit's fucking weird.
The next one I watch out is called Me Dizzy. So that's like I'm not a fucking freak, but that's basically like people have hurt themselves like or operations and it's just like crazy operations. Just because that shit's interesting. Like for example, some guy got crushed by a he got crushed by a forklift. And basically his from his like essentially his stomach down, he's got no his body stomach down doesn't exist. Like he's got no penis. He hasn't got like an
People are born
asshole.
Like that too.
Yeah, no, but
Isn't this just like
this is
1001 Days to Die, whatever that
this is
show's
his
called?
operation. Like his
I know.
no, but he's like
That
got
show
no
was
stomach.
fucking
He's got no stomach or anything. So his stomach's outside of his or something like that. But it's like his internal organs are like it's tucked up inside of him, and he's got like a poop sack and a wee sack. So that like
Yeah. He has a catheter and a
yeah.
I would
Lost in the
legit,
bag.
if
But-
that happened to me, I'd just like, where's that fucking needle that they give to the doggies? Hey,
But yeah, he's progressing quite well. But what I was getting to is there's a
Wait, Keegan, that's legal in New South Wales or something now.
just there's a
If you're terminally ill.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's Make Me Suffer. There's a Reddit thing called Make Me Suffer, and they're essentially there's all these guys that like essentially they masturbate in like jars, and they keep them. They keep like their excrement, and they put like My Little Pony shit, like My Little Pony dolls in them, and it's disgusting. I didn't know about.
I don't need to fucking listen to this shit.
I didn't know about it until like 2 weeks
Three
ago.
of us just ate. What do you mean?
It's the worst thing ever.
oh, I'm gonna go get food right now. I'll be back.
Comes back with a
Make me
jar.
hungry.
But
Comes up with yogurt or some shit.
it possibly has to be the worst thing. Yogurt. Oh no.
I mean, it's yogurt in the fridge if you want it.
Nah, fuck that. That's Greek yogurt.
It tastes like fucking.
That shit's sour and
Greek
salty as
yogurt's
fuck.
so gross.
Greek yogurt's yummy. Add a little bit of honey. Oh,
But
a little bit of honey in Greek yogurt. Fuck, that's good.
But there's some funny stuff. There's memes on Make Me Suffer as well as like disgusting shit.
Sorry.
I just saw
I
one.
was
I
starting
got.
to have an asthma attack. I'm sorry.
I can't. I gotta copy this image and put it on Discord, but I can't because I need to. Oh, I can access the Discord app on my thing, but it is funny.
Is it the one where it's like in Wuhan, one plane comes in, like that type of funny?
Oh yeah, hang on. Whoa,
We've gone too far. But can we go back to the toes thing? Are you still doing it? I'm asking for a friend. I'm joking. No, I'm not interested in feet.
Every so often, yes.
Wait, is it on Tinder or something? Do you get hit up or?
No. So
I'll be back.
there's a website that I'm not gonna say.
So there's a
anything about.
website, right?
No, just listen. So there's 2 different websites, and it's to find like sugar babies and like sugar daddies and
Oh,
shit like
wait!
that.
I think I've heard of
And
this.
so I was not like
You're a sugar baby.
I kind of, but not really. I was Blake. Fuck off. So I had like this arrangement where I'd go to dinner to like this shitty ass restaurant with this one dude once a week, and he'd pay me $500 just to go with him, and it was really sad.
What the fuck?
It was actually really sad. Like his wife had died of cancer, and he felt like he couldn't love anyone else and talk to anyone, so he just wanted someone to talk to. And I was like, oh, I'll go with you. And he was like, I'll pay you. And I was like, okay. So once a week I was making $500 because he'd pay me to go with him to.
Look, if Meeks died,
That's more than I would earn doing like full-time work.
Yeah, I know, same. Like I was working 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and I was still like, because of that plus the dinner, I was making hella money.
yep, and our shimmels were tax free as well, so it's hella money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
But
Sounds
yeah,
like a scam.
I mean, if that happened to like Meeks died or something, I'd feel like it. I don't know, it'd be pretty shit. I wouldn't no.
Wait, what?
I'd want to like people to hang out with me. I'd be like, be my friend, please. Someone talk to me.
Sad.
Wait, Mitchell.
Discord's going
What happened to
crazy.
Mira?
Nothing.
Mira's left
I'm
from
good.
chat, but I think you guys need to look at Big Dick Chat for a second, just quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Big
Um,
penis chat.
Yes.
Big Dick Rick. Yeah, I'm looking at
It's
this.
fine, man. I can't see this.
Yeah, I can't. It's alright.
Foreskin
What
Nigerians.
the fuck?
I don't think I want to after hearing that, so I'm good.
Oh, what the fuck?
So that's the sort of stuff. That's the sort of content that's on Make Me Suffer. Reddit page
No,
Make Me
that's
Suffer.
the sort of content Dia looks up willingly.
But it's the funniest stuff.
Like that shit I stumble upon after like scrolling 50 pages deep in Facebook. Dia goes, things that I can look at with foreskins, yes.
No, I think foreskin jokes are the funniest thing ever. Like, just because people are so, especially in America, people are so grossed out by foreskins. I mean, I'm not saying they're the best
Can't
things ever,
relate.
but like, it's.
Mary, you're just gonna dig yourself a hole there.
I thought like in America, everyone's like foreskins are gross. Like,
Yeah.
and then
Some people. No, I don't. Well, oh god. Ah, fuck.
No, okay. No, no,
Come on.
Some people like it's very half and half here. Some people are like, "Oh my god, foreskin's so gross," and then like the other half of people are like,
Eh.
"It's natural."
Man,
like,
smegma's so hot.
You're born with it. Cry about it. Like,
no, yeah, but it's like people like that aren't like Jewish or anything like get their children like to cut their fucking foreskins off when they're babies.
circumcised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like. I've said this before. I'm anti foreskin cutting because like your baby can get gangrene on the dick and they can get their dick fucking cut off, which means that you basically just like have neutered them.
It's all
Good job,
She'll
good
go back.
parenting skills.
It But then there's like some people though who like as an older gentleman, if he doesn't get it,
yes,
if he doesn't get
12,
circumcised,
yikes.
he like you can get like dick cheese essentially from having your foreskin at an older age, like, and so it just
fucking clean it properly.
yeah, it's called having a
Fucking
shower.
clean it properly, she doesn't
There
have
is
it.
that. No, but there's the one case I do
but
think.
just some people.
The one
just get
case,
it, though.
the one case I do think is like, yeah, fair enough. Is like, so if you're wonky, if your foreskin is like not like long enough or something, it can cause you like have a bent peen or something like that, and it causes like discomfort or something.
Had that.
So like they got to cut it off to make it straight or something. I don't know. Can't relate, but
my godson, when he was born, it was like
Did you
like
know
his
not have a
foreskin was
foreskin
like
is cleaner?
attached to his balls.
Yeah.
wait,
And so then it was weird. I don't.
what the fuck? Did he like pee on his balls every time he weed? Like,
They would have had to fucking cut it. They would have had to.
They cut it. They cut it. Obviously, like when he.
It would have been
out,
like a
they were
tongue tie. They would have
That's
like
not
cut
right.
it to fucking make it work properly.
Yeah. So then they cut it.
Crazy Jack's here to tell us the news that having a foreskin is in fact cleaner. But let's all admit though.
Can you even read?
Did you know not having a foreskin is cleaner? Okay, sorry. I thought you were on the team. No, but at least you don't have a leather dick. Okay, you get a little helmet hat. You could like turn your knob into turn your knob into like a wallet or something.
What's the drink down like instantly? It's like
Mary's like, what the fuck am I?
You could turn your leather.
How did I get roped into
You can
this?
turn your knob. You can turn your knob into like a little AirPods case or something. Like turns into leather. It's gross. Who wants that? Not me.
Are you talking about? Is that what happens when you have a fucking foreskin? Or
When you don't, your knob gets like
When you
turns into
don't.
leather.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Keegan is this.
Keegan's got a leather knob and he's not admitting it. You've heard it first.
He is admitting it.
I'm admitting that I have no foreskin, but I'm admitting to not having a fucking leather knob. Fucking ain't no battering ram.
Mate, they used your knob in World War One for helmets.
Castle walls.
They used your knob for helmets in World War One, bro. Do you know like leather cows or like archers used to wear in like medieval times?
Yeah.
That's your knob. Oh my god.
I don't know what's funny, what fucking Deer's saying, but fucking the way Mira reacts to it.
Your penis cannon.
Dude, you could turn your knob into a fucking football. The foreskin that they cut off plus your knob.
Oh no! Did you have Blake say?
It's not like you chase to choose foreskin or soap. You can have a foreskin or you can wash your knob. Attention's short. Look at Ken going. Why? That's what I mean. Like those jokes are the funniest things. This is why I enjoy it. Being on the like. But that's what I'm saying. Like if you guys
On the foreskin train.
I'm getting around the foreskin jokes.
You like fucking climbing underneath that foreskin and going for a ride.
It's like memes like nobody, not a single soul. Foreskin kids pulling their books out of their bag and it's like out of their knob. Kids getting lunch money out of it.
Fuck's sake.
Eating their bowl of cereal.
I've seen that one. I've seen that one. That one's stupid as fuck.
That's the grossest thing ever. What makes it funny is SpongeBob too.
What the fuck is Deer doing?
Yeah, probably fucking moving his fucking foreskin trophy.
I was just you're taking your money to the bank to deposit?
What, you chuck it in the Queen's thought?
You put your Oh, they're too good. You just gotta look them up. Just go on like Reddit/make me suffer. I'm
good, dear. It's all good.
No,
I'll let you do
I'm
it.
gonna put it here.
Why are you playing your Nintendo Switch, Mara?
She just pulled it out of her pocket.
I pulled it out of my drawer.
She pulled it out of her foreskin.
I want to leave this, but I don't want to be rude. So I'm gonna fucking play on my.
A drug deal where the trans from a bag in between their foreskins. And the money in the bag like this.
I think Mara's like honestly sitting there going like, "Is this person okay?" Like Keegan's mental, but like, bro, you're on another level.
I'm looking through my drawer right now.
So I yeeted mine off when I was 6. Had nothing but compliments since. My guy, it's all good. I mean, I hope you weren't getting compliments about your dick when you were 6. Like, I mean, like.
Hey, my uncle was having a good look at it, and he said it looked nice.
Oh my god.
Anyone need some Mod Podge?
What the fuck's that?
That's the hardest stuff to find in Australia. I had to find it once, and it was really freaking.
What is it?
It's like.
Well, I have some. I'll send it to you.
I mean, I don't need it now. It's like glue.
It's kind of like glue. Like people use it to keep puzzles together. This one it was so I could paint something and then make it dishwasher dishwasher.
It's like a sealant
Stick your
sort of
dick
thing.
in a deer. Do it. You won't see what it can stick to.
I don't have a leather brush, so I don't need to.
Neither do I.
You sure?
Have a stirring stick.
A matchstick.
Wait, we're not fucking wrong. One half of a chopstick.
Wait, like. I can't tell if Mara's glasses are upside down or the correct way, and it's bothering me.
No, they're the correct way. Because like the weird patterns at the top.
Wait.
See?
Wait. Shit. Wait. Fuck.
Yeah, put it up your nostrils. That's how you do it.
Oh,
I don't actually do it.
I have my nose pierced. Not once, but twice.
I did see that.
Didn't you like fucking break one of them or something the other day?
Yeah, I did. I fucking fixed it.
Sniffing too much cocaine, just caught on the desk.
No, okay, let's talk about cocaine for a second. Alright, let's talk about cocaine for a second. Cocaine.
Oh, we all putting glasses on. Okay, then let's put glasses.
If you snort too much cocaine, you basically like burn a hole in your sinuses. So essentially, you can like poke your tongue up, like through your palate, like this, and you can basically.
That's if you do a lot, though. Not like.
Anyways, you snort it and like
maybe speaking from experience, may not.
But it burns a hole through like your palate or through your sinuses. So essentially, your nose gets like a bit.
Cocaine.
Doing cocaine.
Oh.
But that's also depending on what it's cut with, because like there's. I shouldn't talk about this. Never mind.
No. If you know something, if you're like a domain expert on something, doesn't mean you have to be like.
So like okay, so there's like different kinds of cocaine, right? So there's like.
You are from America, so you do get a lot of Americans.
Well,
FBI
no,
do
this
a lot of
goes
drugs.
There's
Wait, see the door behind her? I'm just waiting for like this foot to appear through it. Just like FBI, open up!
You've sent out all our trade secrets.
We've got him.
That is true. Then you
boys.
get some nice like cocaine boogers. Sounds delicious.
The back of your throat goes numb.
What?
What?
Fuck these glasses, fucking weird, eh?
No, okay, we've all sealed our identities. No one knows who we are. Like this is a different podcast now.
Superman like identity hidden, like just like black frame glasses. Who is that? Oh, that's Clark Kent. Superman.
Keegan's identity concealed. Puts foreskin back on. Oh, it's Keegan.
Just fucking has a zipper for it. Like they fucking unzip and zip back up.
Anyway, you're talking about your throat getting numb after cocaine. You're talking about like cocaine and like other drugs and how like they can like lace like cocaine with a bunch of stuff.
What cocaine is like the plant, whatever, cut with something. But
And on today's show, we have Mara, the drug dealer, as seen in frame 1.
You
No,
can't
he
say
doesn't have
my
speed
name.
dealer glasses.
It's
Yeah,
Mara, okay?
Drug dealer, speed dealer,
Yeah,
and then
no, I'm actually
fucking
Mara right now.
I don't know
Anyway.
what to call you.
Anyway,
but then there's fish scale, which is just pure plant powder.
okay, carry on.
That's it. And then when you snort it, both of them, your nostrils go numb and the back of your throat goes numb because you get cocaine drip.
Do you
Yeah,
drink
cocaine
water
drip.
afterwards, or?
Is that just like your fucking nose running?
Yeah, essentially.
And you get like blood noses from that shit
Get
that
hell
shit too.
without
Yeah, you can
fucking-
get nosebleeds. That's if you do a lot, though.
Yeah, but why? Why not just smack it on your tongue, swallow it down?
Well, no, that's called lipping it. So once you finish your line, you take your finger and go bloop, bloop, bloop in your mouth, and then your mouth goes.
Why
numb.
don't you just like
Yeah, but why not just do that to
Keegan,
begin with
have you ever
instead
done
of
that with, like,
fucking...
have you ever,
if
like-
you don't snort it, you don't get the same effect. Like if you're just putting it in your mouth.
what about if you put it underneath your tongue by air?
Yeah.
Because that's like a different like
Way
like
to metabolize it.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
if
goes
you-
straight into your bloodstream if you go under the tongue.
Yeah.
Just
Keegan does that with his Fanta. That-
No, I had to do that with sugar salts, or what the fuck they're called.
Bar
They're
salts.
like these bar salts, yeah. Every morning, just like.
yes,
smack a
I
few
know
bar
you
salts
can't
on
hear
top.
me.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
fucking
Okay.
speak up.
How do I turn
Here, let me get like I'll say it like this. There we
Look,
go.
I have it 200% just sit that close to sound the same as Deer and Keegan.
Oh,
Oh,
she's
do you
at
want me
max
to get
volume.
closer then? I can go closer.
Oh, she's at max volume. Oops. There you go.
Eh.
Okay, well
Oh, is that Pornhub folder? Oh.
yes. Yes it is.
Okay, there.
Wait, you know what'd be funny if he's just like this? He gets his little tiny glass and he goes,
Hold on.
"Oh yes, that is my Pornhub folder."
I just
See you, Mara.
Hold on. I'm trying to fix my mic.
I just don't get I can't believe how big the drug industry is, and like how much like people that you wouldn't think that is related to the drug industry and how much they make. So like banks, obviously, like big banks would make huge amounts of money from drugs, and so would government actually would probably make heaps amount of money from.
Yeah, even now here with medical and recreational marijuana.
I don't know, even like cocaine in like the black market.
Mm-hmm.
Money would get laundered, and then that money, that huge inflated money, would get laundered and eventually like processed through like taxes and stuff. So if you like took out, I feel like if you took out like a lot of like all, if you like cut all like drug deals and whatever out of America, you'd probably lose like 3% of its income in taxes. It's gone.
I reckon like drugs are bad, yes, but if they do
Oh, you can't fucking say that.
no, I'm talking about like the bad, like the hardcore ones.
The hard drugs.
Talking about meth.
Yeah, I reckon like if they do
like
it and they don't
fentanyl.
like, if they don't like hurt other people under the use of it, like if they do it in their own home and like stay in their own home,
Do they
like,
have kids?
by all means. Yeah, like, but you know what I mean. Like if there was like lock themselves in a room and then do it so they can't get out of the room and like interrupt anyone, then there wouldn't be any problem with it. But the problem with it is that governments can't make money off it as much as they, because it's all like backhanded, like you take this and then I'll get the money, blah blah blah.
Yeah, but who
They
do
can't
you?
make a profit off it,
Yeah, but they can also be dangerous themselves. Like,
and then it's also dangerous because of the fact that the crazy people that do have it fuck people up
Yeah, that's it.
and like all that other stuff.
Look,
That's just my opinion.
why the fuck is everything in America so fucking big? What the fuck is the size of that car?
that's small. That's small size.
What are we talking about? Reagan's forehead or like? Because
No,
pretty
that's
big.
fucking big. I need some like botched surgery to cut that thing out. Cut the thing
Like
off.
if you look at mine goes up, but Deer's curves backwards.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, I'm not balding.
Mine
That's the
is
thing.
Wait,
no, I'm not balding, right? But what I'm thinking
No,
is like,
this is your
imagine,
hairline.
No,
no,
you just have a 6 head.
okay, I'm thinking like, imagine if I get rich, just like bring the hairline forward, and I'd tell you guys about it. I wouldn't try to hide that shit, and then see the
It'd be
effects.
pretty easy to. I don't know. Sorry, it wouldn't be pretty easy to hide because like you would all of a sudden have hair there, and
Because
bro, what happened to your
even
6
when
head?
I'm
You're
like
back down to
even
3
when
head.
I'm like a kid, right? I had this fucking like ridiculous. Like, what is that? Like, why is that like so
back well,
much,
fucking-
man? What the fuck? Like, it doesn't make
Yeah,
sense,
fucking can we store any extra fucking water up there?
dude. You could store all the fucking foreskins up here, man. Give it a
As
shelf.
a kid, he got whacked on the back of the head and it knocked his brain into the
Knocked
front. And then when it reset, it was like bulged out.
What's wrong with my face? I got something on my face, man. Oh my god, dude, I'd be the worst bald person because like I just got a big fucking head. It's massive. It's big.
Wait,
Like,
what
look
do you mean?
at
Gold ball's not too bad.
Oh, these hurt my head.
Like
my
what-
head's too big for these.
your head's too big for this.
Yeah, like it constricts the side of my head and it fucking gives me a headache if I wear them too long.
I feel like I got like the SpongeBob Neanderthal like head, or just like a Neanderthal head in general. Like, what is this?
Really? Have you seen me? I literally look like a fucking caveman.
Yeah, look, caveman Rick over there, he found some fucking plastic back in the fucking Stone Age. Chucked it on his face.
Yeah.
Blues Brothers crossover with like Shaggy Dog. That's too good.
Bro.
I wanted to talk about, we lost focus.
Oh, well,
About
we lost focus, what?
We're so
40
long
minutes
ago.
the point I wanted to make was it's about like diseases and pharmaceutical companies.
Fuck, we're all over it there.
Yeah, we had to pull it back. So pharmaceutical companies patenting diseases, and then they produce
Fuck, we're going way back there.
yeah, and they then produce like the cure to it, and obviously they can release the
Well, no,
release the disease, and then wait a few weeks, and then put out the cure. Money.
Yeah, it's just so that they can get money, yeah. But half the time it's not even a cure because then that'd be a one-time profit. It's a
Well, that's why they've developed
a
many
resistance.
patents. That's why they've developed many patents and like different strains.
Yeah,
Um,
no, but you know what I mean. Like the common cold, like there's no definite cure for the common cold. It's just a way to like inhibit it until you get it again, so that you always go back because
Yeah.
that inhibitor worked, and then you're just like
Well,
the government's sitting there going,
I got a better one.
money,
Okay, you
must be
give.
funny.
y-
Throw out the coronavirus.
Yeah, okay, you throw the coronavirus so everyone shoots themselves, and then you go, here, we've got a vaccine for you that the whole world should
we
have.
prepared earlier.
Yeah, that the whole world should have. I'm not anti-vax, don't think I'm anti-vax for a second, but the whole world could have this vaccine. Bam, money. Like, Bill Melinda Gates wants everyone to be vaccinated. I mean, I don't know whether it's, like, vaccination for everything, but obviously, like, rubella, measles and shit, everyone needs to be vaccinated for that shit, because that's fucking,
What's the
like...
word pistol?
If you wanted a vaccination for everything, it's called a bullet.
Oh, right.
I mean...
Oh,
Well, it is though. It's like, bam. There, you're vaccinated. You're never going to get affected by anything ever again.
I mean...
9 o'clock.
Is he wrong, though?
8, 3.
Bit of lime bush.
What the fuck are you doing?
No, but,
He's
Bill,
going to get
so
drunk.
what I find is the craziest thing is Bill Gates and Melinda Gates and the World Economic Forum and the World Health Organization held an event called Event 201, and
Yeah.
literally in November they were doing like a look up Event 201. Essentially they did a simulation of what's happening right now in November. Huh?
What?
What, Mitchell?
Anyway, the disease that they simulated was called...
Flaking? Oh, plaguing. Okay.
So the simulation they did was novel coronavirus in November, and they were getting ready for the pandemic, and all the big like companies and businesses were like basically they play a simulation, they then talk about it, and then like all the big companies talk about it. It's just like, you know, what we do with the food supplies, what are supplies to keep like having business go on and stuff like that. All this forum was done over the internet, so you can watch it. But I think it's fucking amazingly coincidental and perfect timing, because then 1 month later, coronavirus is out.
Oh yeah, so I got my coronavirus real good.
There is the same conspiracy theory about cancer, like they have the cure, but treatments and therapies make more money than the cure. I mean, let's talk about. I mean, I don't know about. I have heard that one.
Want to talk about cancer?
But let's talk about fucking insulin. Insulin is a great example of bullshit, like medical companies patenting insulin, like, and how to develop it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "We're gonna sell it to you for $2,000."
It's the same thing with epinephrine.
Yeah.
With EpiPens.
Yeah, EpiPens are a good one as well. It's like that's corporate greed at the maximum. I mean,
because isn't in America like one EpiPen's like fucking shit ton?
Yeah, they
even
raised
here
the
though.
price of it. It was like most insurance covered it to where it would be down to like $200, but most people, like, you're not really using an EpiPen that frequently, because if you know you have that severe allergy, you're obviously going to try and avoid whatever that allergy is. But then like something happened and the companies were like, fuck you, we're going to raise the price to like $2,000.
Yeah.
Insurance isn't going to cover it. And it's like, this is literally, that makes someone's life or death situation.
Yep. So, you know, and it's fucked because, you know, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's just so weird. Like, I've been looking at conspiracies lately. I don't even know why, because like I need to be like focused and not looking at conspiracies. But you know, in the Cancer Council Australia, it says that lactose doesn't like cause, you know, people like doesn't cause like issues. And isn't a concern for most of the population.
Oh, okay, so get a bottle of milk, give it to a lactose intolerant person, see what happens.
Anyway, so the Cancer Council is like sponsored and gets given money to, like, money by dairy farms. So it's like, yikes. Nice. I'll find the video because it's so funny, because it's about like people being allergic to milk. And like milk's like the reason why you shouldn't drink milk, right? Like milk is made to turn like a fucking 20-kilo baby calf into a 400-kilo cow, right?
But the exact same thing is, it's the cow is the milk designed for a cow.
Yeah,
it's not designed for a human.
So that's why humans.
Yeah, well, fucking everyone's drinking milk.
That's why 2/3 of the population.
Well,
that's why 2/3 of the population are allergic to milk. It's because when you become an adult, you don't need milk to grow anymore. You already got those man titties. Like, you don't need milk, and your enzymes don't break down the lactose into I forgot what it's like. The lactose it turns into glucose and something else.
Yeah. It turns into glucose and then it turns into glucogen.
Yeah. Is it glucogen or glycogen? I don't.
You got glucose and then glycogen, yeah. And that all goes in the liver, and then when it all like mixes around.
Yeah, so
and then it breaks down from glycogen to glucose when you need more sugar.
Do you want to hear the most fucked up fucking conspiracy? Okay, let's set the scene. Companies find insulin. Bam. We've got to make insulin for people because they need it, because people have diabetes, hereditary. Bam. Let's just make the whole continent obese and get them have diabetes. Cool.
America?
Australia's actually worse per capita. Bam. Everyone's got obesity. Everyone's got diabetes.
Yeah.
Bam. Let's just increase the insulin. Let's just increase insulin levels to a all-time high, so that everyone's got to pay $4,000 for an insulin shot.
Yeah.
That we gave. We gave the diabetes to them.
You know what my favorite one is?
What?
Global warming. like, you know how they reckon like it is an effect that from the greenhouse gases that it has increased the speed of it, but it is a natural cycle of the Earth.
Yes, it is.
Because it like what happens when shit heats up? It cools down like naturally, just through a natural cycle. Like you heat up water, it cools down by like doing its own cycle. And then that's just what happens with the Earth. Like it'll heat up enough, and then it'll go.
My only issue is with all this like climate change stuff that you're referring to.
Yes, Jacob, you're good.
But what's the worst thing that can happen though?
The cities get flooded. That's it.
No, I'm saying like if you go renewable energies.
Oh, there's no bad that can happen really.
Yeah. No. The only bad thing is that the fuel companies and the coal and all that are like all those resources, like they don't get money anymore, and they're the ones who like fund the governments currently. So they'll be like
with corruption, they fund them with corruption. Yeah. So what they do is they give them $1 billion so that party wins the election, and then that government then donates back or gives like tax breaks of $10 billion. So they're not like giving money and funding the government. They're really just like giving them like a $1 billion loan and then getting 10 back. So I don't really think it's purely greed, and then big agriculture do it too.
Yeah, it's 100%. It's like greed is just what fucks everyone up.
The thing is, so I went to a forum. So basically, it's about like big data and future cities. So essentially, it's about what we do in Adelaide and what we have to do to get out of becoming like basically a wasteland, fucking bankrupt city. So we need to have our GDP be from expression of knowledge. So the big cities that you think about in the world, like San Francisco, New York, Cairns, like Pittsburgh, like big cities, they're not building stuff anymore. They're not manufacturing things. They're creating shit. Like Silicon Valley, California, people are creating stuff. They're not fucking building it necessarily. So that's what we need to do in Australia. So I don't think we need to have our whole... even China's not doing it. China's backing off on coal, and like Australia should be too, is backing off on coal because we don't, like, that shouldn't be our main source of income. Like, they got rid of the car factories. Why do we need to keep having coal factories? Why do we need to like destroy touristic destinations, e.g. the Great Barrier Reef, just so some cunt can open a mine? Like,
oh, they're already like plans to open another one.
They open
but it's not even the mines that destroy the ocean. It's the
it's deforestation. And so essentially, it's deforestation. You cut off the trees, all the trees get deforested, and all that soil that sits next to the tree doesn't have roots that hold it down, or grass. So essentially, all that soil blankets the Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef gets no sunlight, which means they can't photosynthesize, and then they all die.
Coral bleaching.
Yeah, it's also when they deforest. I did a whole fucking assignment on it. The underground water table, which has like salt and all that shit in it, like salt water and all that, it rises and it brings iron and all that to the top, and it salinitizes like the surface, so then it becomes dead zones. Like up at Cairns, so like you got Cairns, and then there's the like estuarine area, and then across from there was like this whole like I think 100 acres. They deforested that, and then it just became like a wasteland of like salt, like flats, and nothing could grow there. And then so they had to like forcefully like plant mangroves down and everything in the mud to try and get it back. And there's like all grass and shit there now, but for like 20 years there's just nothing. There's just like nothing there, just
because there's no structure, and that's the issue as well, because like when you cut down trees, all that debris does flood like fresh waterways, and it just fucks up the ecosystem as well.
But it's not just the debris that is from the top, it's like what comes out from the bottom, which is usually kept down from the roots.
That too. That's what I'm saying.
Into that,
because they use that to get minerals and nutrients from those natural sources.
Yeah,
So it's a bit,
but like
bit
Kansas is
fucked.
built on a swamp.
Yeah, I mean, I just wish that they didn't like. The thing is, Australia's like backed off a huge tourism, right? We got a lot of touristic stuff, and here we are, just like fucking.
We fucking destroy our fucking tourist attractions.
Let's just cut all the trees down next to the Great Barrier Reef and just let all the soil just go right over the Great Barrier Reef, so no one will come here again.
Fucking government. You want to see a magic trick? No, you see it? No, you don't.
Let's just do a mine. Let's just do the mine. Put all the mined like waste right into the ocean, right next to Australia's greatest attraction. Nothing will happen. Nothing bad will happen. Next minute, like it's fucked.
Let's go.
No one benefit selling it for a quick buck.
I mean,
Excuse you.
but what I'm saying is, so like we don't need to focus so much on coal, and the government is setting up like a 100-year plan. Essentially, they're like setting up like a 50 to 100-year plan to keep coal relevant in Australia for that time, just so they can retire and die and give their kids money from
You know, it was
big
funny.
companies.
There was this chick. I think she's originally from Japan, but she's like, we've been studying a new way to fabricate like a more efficient form of coal, and it's like, what a waste of time and effort. There's like sun, solar panels, wind turbines. The middle of Australia where there's nothing is there.
Solar farm.
Yeah, it's just like, and like, then you could have so many jobs open up, like maintenance.
That's what
on
I'm
those
saying.
solar panels.
Pivoting. You pivot your
There's also
workforce from
wind
mines
too, though.
to solar farms, and it has happened.
Yeah, but isn't what the Tesla batteries by Elon Musk? Isn't there some running like Sydney or some shit?
There's Tesla batteries in Adelaide because our mains was sold to Melbourne private company. So basically our network, our power. So basically, you might not know, Mara, but basically every summer, Adelaide, where I live, would lose power for like a week. It's because everyone would turn their air conditioners on and all that shit, and then because the power station, the main grid was in the other state, they get priority and they'd switch us off. So it would go out for like, six to 7 hours. But what happened one year is there was like a storm, and it basically like broke the lines between Adelaide and Melbourne, like the power lines between the two states. So we literally went out of power for like a week and a half. So
Wait, I remember hearing about that.
So Tesla's like, okay, we're gonna build a big battery farm, and if we don't build it in 100 days, you get it for free. So our great premier, Jay Witherell, was like, no worries, we'll do it. And then it did it, and we haven't had a blackout since. So thank you, Elon.
These glasses are fucking cool, as
You listen to music.
I mean, we can't do geothermal, I don't think, in Australia, because we're not on a tectonic fault line, and like I don't know, it's my understanding we're not a tectonic fault line.
Dude, there's fucking earthquakes that happen in Australia all the time.
It's from the middle of the ocean, and they kind of like
but when
there's like
there's no
fault lines.
There's no fault lines. We know there's no fault lines in Australia. There's zero.
Yes, there is.
No, they're near Australia.
No, my dad's been in the fucking middle of one.
What the fuck?
So it was like in the middle of Australia.
No, there's no fucking fault
sure?
lines.
I swear Australia is its own
Adelaide,
Australia's
There's cracks in the plate.
Adelaide's on its own Indo-Australian plate. Look at that motherfucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why our farming is shit, because
2012 there was a 5.7 earthquake that hit the north of South Australia.
Yes, it did.
Yes, because there's a crack in the fucking plate.
I don't do that. Anyway, so
Yeah,
there
may be a crack in the plate, but it's still one solid plate.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about. Like we're talking like about fault line, which is like the actual line around the plate.
Not like a
it's a crack. It's not like a brand new fault line that splits it down the center.
We're literally in the fucking dead center, dude. Like of the
There's
tectonic
still
plate.
earthquakes to happen in Australia.
Yes, there is.
Even
Because
then, I reckon geothermal energy is not going to be the best.
I seriously I think there needs to be a huge surplus incentive that they put batteries in every single home. They give you like, okay, batteries cost 12 grand. It will cost each household Australian 3 grand to install a battery. But guess what? They won't. Do you know why? Because they want, like, it makes sense. Like, if instead of talking about corporate greed, like, if they make power free for everyone, the government has lost so much money from tax because they tax.
Yeah, but who gives a fuck about if they lose money? Like, things they should make free are Wi-Fi, because that's just you don't need to charge people for it.
No, it is free, but you pay by your data. You pay for your data.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean, though.
No,
Everyone has unlimited.
No, I'm saying like your information.
You pay to get plugged in.
You pay to get.
Yeah, but everyone should just get plugged in, and then electricity should be free, because like it just should be like a natural thing nowadays. Then it's not like because you know what I mean. Like it's just there. Like,
let me tell you something. So essentially,
what mate?
Okay, everyone's plugged into a network, right? So Optus knows where I am right now, and my phone number has been the same phone number for 7 years, 9 years. So now this is my unique identifier. This will tell whatever company, the government, whatever, where I am, where I'm going, where I live, where I've been. That's all they need to know. They just need to know phone number and location. So then they can see where I go. They can know where I go to work. They know my habits. Like, they know everything about you. So they won't make you pay. Like, Wi-Fi is free everywhere because they're collecting aggregated data on its users. But what I think they need to do is not make you have to pay GST on electricity. Do you know you have to pay GST on electricity because it's not considered like a necessity?
Yeah, because it's a service.
So is water. But you don't pay GST on water.
Yeah, but water's a necessity.
Yeah, no, but you know there was a dude.
Water to survive.
But you need electricity to survive in this day and age.
No, you don't.
Don't fucking say no, you don't.
Go break. Sorry.
You know there was a dude in I think the 1800s who was like, he had a plan to transmit electricity by radio waves, like to towers that were spread across the globe, and by doing that, you know how you have can make your own battery with the coils of copper and shit, and it like creates its own electricity. Yeah, it's basically giant towers of that, and they're going to be
electricity or something.
And it was going to be at different points around the globe, and it'd create a net of electricity around, and everyone could connect to it. And
you know how you put your phone on your charger?
Yeah.
It's a similar thing. It's wireless.
I know, that's what I'm talking about, and I'm like explaining the story. But the dude who he didn't have enough money to do it himself, so he went to like this rich dude, and he goes, "Can like you help me do this?"
Are you talking about Tesla and the whole thing with General Electric?
Coronavirus.
Are you talking about Tesla?
No, it's not like Tesla. It's just like I can't remember. All I know is just like these big towers, which were like the
Tesla
batteries.
Towers.
I don't know. Let me have a look.
Nikola
Don't ask me questions. I just know the story. I know the whole
Look up Tesla Tower.
General gist of the story.
Tesla Tower. It's Nikola Tesla to General Electric to Thomas
Thomas Edison.
Is it Thomas Edison for General Electric?
Thomas, right? Yeah. Yes.
Fucking, I don't have a clue.
Yeah, Thomas Edison.
I knew maths. Fuck everything else. Work out the forces on a bridge. I'm going to tell you the fuck invents electricity or anything.
Hey, homie, did you know Bryce fucks?
Did you know Bryce fucks?
With a red B. Yeah, it's Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla, and he was gonna make like a Tesla tower.
Yeah, he made one. They made one tower.
And then
on 200 acres of land, and then they ran out of money, so they abandoned the project.
And then basically
gosh.
Thomas Edison just like criminalized Tesla, and then because there's two formats of current, there's AC and DC, and then old mate Edison was like, "Nah, my way's better."
Tesla accumulated a debt at the Waldorf Astoria, and it was around $20,000 or $505,000 in 2019 dollars. When Tesla was unable to make any further payment on the mortgages, Bolt foreclosed on the Wardenclyffe property.
How about we? I mean, okay.
Bolt ended up couldn't find a use for the property, and then he just decided to destroy the tower for scrap and sell it.
What about what? Okay. Yeah. How about
Basically.
Is that kid in the yellow jersey that just you said C2? Is he going to play basketball?
Yes.
I saw him in the reflection.
Yeah, I
of the
thought
red
you
shirt.
did.
Hey.
So basically, it's crazy to think that the person that owns like all news stations and like printing stations around the world is best mates with the government.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
It's like the whole diamonds thing. Diamonds are only.
Have you heard of Rupert Murdoch? Have you heard of
Rupert Murdoch?
Yep.
Yeah.
His family is the 39th most influential people in the world.
Yeah.
He's the reason why we don't have good NBN. Foxtel.
You know what's funny? You know what I find so funny? Australia invented Wi-Fi,
Yes,
but we have one of the shittest ones in the world.
because of Rupert Murdoch having control with the government and being like, no, it's not good. Because he knew that he'd lose money from his service, Foxtel, which is a cable service, to Netflix and things like that. That's why he tried to stop NBN as much as he could. Basically, NBN is fiber optic cable, Mira. We got
Good to know.
we got slower
Do
internet.
they have NBN? What do you have over there? What's your form of NBN?
What's your internet speeds? Can you check it for me? Probably a
I can
gigabit.
tell you.
Probably a gigabit per second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably something like that.
it's like giga.
I know that NASA gets like fucking 100 gigabits or something like that.
I thought it was 800.
Yeah, it's something fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then-
800.
So Elon's wanting to
810 or
Elon's
something?
wanting to give global internet to Australia to
No,
fix
that's
our
Korea.
NBN problem. So he wants to put
Yeah, he
satellites.
fucking fixes
He wants to put a lot of satellites over Australia. But guess who's opposing that idea?
Australian government.
No, the only people that are opposing it is
Murdoch.
Foxtel, Rupert Murdoch. Because guess what? It's going to interfere with their services and their satellite dishes. And guess who's probably going to get their way like a little child? Foxtel.
No.
Swear somewhere in Korea they got like 800 megabit internet.
Well, I got 25 megabit. So what's Mara's?
I think we're
I
36.
didn't look it up.
36.
Look up internet
Alright.
speed test.
You want me to tell you my download and
Speedtest.net.
Yep.
upload right now?
Yep.
Okay.
You got 1 gigabyte per second. Yikes.
Well, my ping is 14.
And that's like basically across the US. They have this
My
internet.
thing's 9.
I have really shit internet though, cause like broke bitch. But so I have my download is 32.
That's a shit internet. That's a good one.
Compared to,
That's like out.
Do you say that? But
Compared
our
to
download at the
people
moment
here,
is
that shit.
71.
compared
71.
to people here that shit, and then my my upload is 9.
Our download's 71. Our upload's about 30.
I mean, there's no reason why it's
I wish.
there's no reason why it's asynchronous, which means like your upload's less than your download because our bandwidth, which is the big road basically of internet, can
Right.
support
Yeah.
both of them being the same speed, but they're not. So fucking stupid.
Yeah. I never understood that. Like, how come upload is always so much better than download? And it's just
Other way
like,
around.
No,
It's the other way
other way
around.
around.
It's because
it's the other way
people
around,
were
yeah.
consumers of internet, and it was that for a long
Yeah.
time. Is they were consuming internet like from RSS feeds.
yours is 21.4.
But now, like I mean, right now
Yikes.
we're all uploading our content. I'm uploading a like a two
You
point
got some
five
water there to drink, dear?
2.5 like megabit like stream. So like I don't know why it's not representative.
Yeah.
Hi, Sky.
Hey, don't Sky.
Mine's 21 megabits in the Midwest. Okay, so it's 43
Midwest.
megabits down and 0 up. Do you know why it's 0 up? Because I'm using it all for the stream. Hehe.
Wait, really? What the fuck?
I mean, I got a house full of
Queensland.
got a house full of 6 people. No,
Queensland.
dude, you guys have cooked brains, man. Like the amount of like
Oh, my glasses starting to annoy me now.
the special unit politicians have come out of
Are you
Queensland.
talking to me?
Yeah.
I'll test my upload.
Queensland politicians are retards.
I've had like discussions with like dude at work.
Clive
He's, like,
Palmer.
real political and stuff, and he and I agree that they should just like clear out all of the parliament people. Like,
They should.
you know how over in America they have all like these old dudes that are like fucking in charge of everything.
And they have sweaty nutsacks, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon you should just like clear out every political person like ever. Just like, yeah, you've had your time. Like, boom, you can't keep running it as you used to do. You fucking corrupted prick. Ta-ta, see ya. And then you just like you get people that actually want to help and not there for the money. Like, cause I reckon I said this to the dude at work. I said I reckon in Australian they should like drop the price of like how much you get paid to do that job.
They
To,
brought
like,
it up. No. Our government this year brought it up.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like they brought up, they raised it, but they're doing such a shit job. Why? I reckon to find someone who actually wants to help the country, they should just drop it to like a normal wage, and then so that the people that actually want to help go, I will do it for that.
I think our diplomats are the highest paid diplomats in the world on average.
I think so. Yeah, I
Like,
heard something like that.
Just being like a public servant, they get paid buckets. And this they increased it by like 10% or something ridiculous, like this year. I don't think Mitchell is
What do
okay.
you mean, Mara?
What do you mean?
Mitchell.
I'm waiting for him to fall out of his chair. Like, to be perfectly honest. Like I'm waiting. I'm ready to just hear the
I'm
chair
waiting for
slide
the
onto
day
the
it
wood.
happens.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, Sky's gonna dip in the middle.
Turns his head sideways. Yeah.
Of course, Queen. Queen, you're not meant to tell anyone.
What?
Huh?
Remember the Men in Black?
It's not my knee though. It's
Uh,
edge of my desk. It's just skin colored.
That's not
It
my
has
knee. That's my
hair.
dick.
Oh,
Fucking. That's just how big it is. Big old caveman cock.
Yeah, so The-
Yeah. So what?
top paid public servant salary is near 900 grand. $900,000.
Hermie had those knee on the stream. He's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm back, boys."
Tree trunk legs. Yeah, fucking tree trunks over here.
Tree trunks. More like bee bunks.
got him.
Got him, bro. Beautiful chicken thigh. Look, those chickens are pumped with hormones, so they're pretty beefy, man. They're pretty fucking big.
He actually just licked it.
What is wrong with
Yeah.
you?
What Hermie asked, Hermie gets.
Where's Egg? Egg must ask.
Egg.
Where's egg?
Egg must get.
Mitch, illegal. How's it illegal as a knee?
I mean, I wasn't. Keegan was showing his feet all over stream, so
Yeah, you missed out, Hermie. I'm
Says
getting
you.
too tired to do it. Yeah, it says you fucking sells them.
Look,
I was
I'd
I was teasing it for
I'd
free.
be a sugar baby. I'd
I dig it.
you don't
Lick the knee.
wait. You don't have to. No. You don't have to like sex, do you? To be a sugar baby?
not all.
No.
No,
There's
wait,
certain
that's-
extents of it.
Yeah, no, like
Yes,
it depends what
you
the.
will have a contract with your sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Normally.
What?
So
What
like
about like?
sometimes the sugar daddy just wants like fucking companionship or some shit.
Yeah, like the dude I went to dinner with. Like he just wanted someone to talk to.
Could you like put out a contract saying, "I want Louis Vuitton, bitches. No
Yeah.
lowest offer only."
Yeah, pretty
Sorry, like
much, yeah.
that's the lowest offer.
Highest offer on.
Anything less than a Louis Vuitton bag per session, I'm not interested.
Like I met this girl who was a sugar baby, and literally her contract was every time we go on a date, you have to buy me something from Gucci.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Meg signs a contract
Gold
straight away.
digger?
No, it's part of the contract, dude. It's like if people were going into this knowing that they have to do that
I
stuff.
was bringing up the topic
Yeah.
of gold diggers, but yeah, okay.
All right.
Wasn't calling them gold diggers.
Blake, you and Cam should.
Dude,
Yeah.
Wait, have you seen those videos where like the dude he like goes in the car and shit, and then he goes and asks the person, and then walks to the car, and then the chick like nearly majority of the time turns around and goes, "Oh yeah, I'd like to go to like lunch with you and whatnot,"
well, that's fake though.
and then yeah, it's 100% set up like, and then he goes and gets the shovel out of his car. He's like, "Shut your eyes, I have a present for you. It's a golden shovel because you're a gold digger." And it's like, wow, how set up could you get?
It's a shovel so you can bury your grave because I'm going to kill you now.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Sign
aim
me
for,
up, I'm
I'll
down.
aim for Fendi. I'll get Fendi instead.
Well, that's wrong, Mara. Skins don't get you wins
That's
because I
all.
own nearly all the skins and I don't get no wins.
Keegan hasn't got a foreskin. He doesn't win.
We're going back to this
No,
conversation.
not
now.
again, please, no.
Only married women.
Hey, I take fucking chicks that have boyfriends. Looking,
Okay, before we go, let's wrap it up with this story of Keegan's.
oh, you want that
Oh,
story?
here we go.
Oh no.
So-
Ah,
In future podcasts, I want you guys, for the ones that have endured this whole podcast, is 2 hours and 29 minutes. This one's for you. This one's for you. And when we have podcasts about Keegan, and when we say Keegan steals your wife, you'll know what this refers to. You will know this refers
and
to
then next
Dear
time,
and Friends
next time we
episode
can
8.
Tell them the W&D story.
And this, yes, and this essentially will. You'll remember this.
Keegan in a nutshell.
You'll get to
You'll
episode.
know.
You'll get to episode 368, and you'll remember this very thing I'm saying right now from Dear and Friends episode 8. Keegan, have the story. Take it away.
So we live in Brisbane, and Mitchell knew a chick, like family friend, for years, and she was going to uni up at Sunshine Coast, and she invited us over there, and we're like, oh yeah, right, we'll go up there. It's an hour drive. We went there. Went the first night, got absolutely hammered. Mitchell was fucking
That was a good
buckled.
night.
Yeah, and I was asleep on the couch, and then next day we went home, and then I think we went like 3 weekends in a row. We went up there and had drinks and everything, and the last weekend Mitchell went up with me because I went a weekend up without him, and I did volleyball with them. I went up there with Mitchell, and we were playing drinking games as we usually did, like card games. Well, I think it was like Bus, or like it's just like this card game where you like
Fuck the Bus or something?
King's
yeah,
Cup,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like we did all those King's Cup and everything.
Beer pong.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
and anyway, so she was like, wait, I'm lightweight, like I have like 4 drinks and I'm fucking done, and she had like two cups of
I did
champagne
this guy.
she just chugged, and then she was like absolutely fucking gone. And to like the first day we went there, she was eyeing me like, and like I swear, like, hey Mitchell, like every time
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
no, she was
looking
fucking-
at me. Yeah, and so she got absolutely drunk, and then she just like, we ordered snack packs and we're sitting at the counter, and Mitchell's
Why would you say that word?
and Mitchell's friend was sitting there making spaghetti, and we were like eating these snack packs, and she came in like pushed her ass against my knee. She was like 100%
knee.
grinding on my kneecap. And
not the pain.
I'm pretty sure everyone realized what she was doing, but
I know everyone full fucking all joking about it.
And I was sitting there, I'm like I'm not gonna say no because like I'm not. So I was sitting there and I was just like eating my snack pack, and then she ended up fucking having half of it and then spilled half of the rest. And so we went and sat on the couch and had drinks, and then she came and like fucking basically gave me a lap dance and then fell ass up. And then she started going fucking crazy because she was like getting drunk and like, I don't know, she just got mental. Anyway, she came and grabbed me by the hand, dragged me to her room.
It gets better.
It's saucy.
And then she like shut the door, locked the door, turned the lights off, and I'm like blind. Like this fucking room was pitch black, and I'm like, I knew where the bathroom was, so like I went to the like adjacent bathroom. I'm like, I can't see shit. I'm just gonna go and sit in the bathroom. And then so like I went and just like slid the sliding door shut, and then she came and fucking opened it up, like wearing just a bra and like pants. And then so she came and fucking just started kissing me, and I'm like, okay,
being virgin self, like what? What is going?
Yeah, me being my virgin self, like I'm not gonna say no, but like, and then she kept doing this weird thing. She's like, "Oh no, I can't. I have a boyfriend." I'm like, "Hey, it's up to you. Like I'm not gonna say no. Like I don't give a fuck. I'll do it."
Fuck morals.
Honestly though,
the guy she was dating.
No, it gets better though.
Turned Pete into a fucking pretzel.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
Her boyfriend at the time was like this big fucking dude from Norway, and like I'm just like skinny ass Keegan over here, and I'm like, I'll fucking take what I can get, eh?
Anyway, it gets better though. It gets better. The story.
It gets better.
Yeah. So like for like a good half an hour, she was like kissing me, and like I was like feeling her up, doing all that good stuff, and and the whole time she was like sitting there going like, "Oh no, I can't," and then she'd kiss me again, and then she's like, "Oh no, I shouldn't." I'm like, honestly though, it's up to you. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it. I'll fucking bang you in a heartbeat. And then so she pushed me onto the bed, went to the fucking cupboard, got a condom, threw it at me like 5 minutes. And I'm like, I don't even need that. And then so as she like fucking starts like fucking ripping open the condom, you hear the front door open, and like her pants are down, like she's like just like borderline taking everything off, and the front door opens and her boyfriend comes in, and then so like I fucking put shirt back on, pants back on,
fold your dick in half so you can put it back in.
Yeah, this is like fucking split second, because like it's like the front door, 10 steps her room, and so like we did that like instantly, and then he opens up the door, and then we just like pretend like I sat next to it and like just pretending as if I was like comforting her and like whatnot, and yeah, and then
He
we like went out.
No a thing.
And the fuck thing was, I got her so fucking horny from me doing what I was doing that when I left the room, she fucked her boyfriend. Like then and there, and then they I was sitting there. I kept drinking with Mitchell and like the others, and we're sitting there just drinking. And then she leaves with him to go and get stoned. And then they come back. He's absolutely fucking blazed and drunk. He goes to bed and falls asleep. And then she comes and fucking sits on my lap and starts kissing me again. And I'm like, wait, what is that? I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? And she was like sitting there kissing me, and then she's like, "Oh, I still want to fuck you and whatnot." And I'm like, I don't even know. I was just sitting there kissing her, and then she went to get up, and her knee slipped, like because she was like straddling me, and then she went and she put her knee between my like legs on like the edge of the couch and slipped, and her knee hit my nuts. I'm like, oh, you fucking left me with blue balls before, and now you just fucking need me in the nuts. And I was sitting there, I was like, oh, this is the fucking worst night. Yeah, and the next day we went to go KFC.
Why didn't you make it move from there on? What happened?
Did you do what you felt?
He fucking wishes.
No, and But then the next time I went up there, when Mitchell wasn't there, I went to do a volleyball competition because it was on like campus. So there was like all like uni dudes, and we were all playing volleyball. And she was with her boyfriend, and then they told me to go with them because we were going to go get more drinks and shit. And she was walking side by side with her boyfriend, and she sort of stepped back, and like I was just like swinging my hand as I was walking because I was just like half drunk, and my hand hit her ass, and then she like slowed down even more, and I'm like, whoa! And then she grabbed my hand, put it on her ass. So I was just feeling her ass while her boyfriend is right there.
Keegan's just an
And I'm
incel.
And then I was like, kept walking, and she's like, kept like looking back and winking, and like, yeah, 100%. And like, I think 4 weeks later, she dumped him or some shit. So if I still had kept going up there, I probably could have fucked her, but I didn't. So
now
that's
he's
the end of
his chubby self.
Huh?
So now you are your chubby self.
Yeah, on me. Yeah.
Egg.
Yeah.
Mary's, I don't even know what fucking.
I don't know.
Mary's trying to process.
What the fuck? What?
She is a horny thought. Keegan doesn't give a fuck. What the fuck? What makes the story even funny is this guy thought Keegan was not a threat and not on the radar of this girl at all.
Yeah, he must have known something, but at the same time.
So like the first time we went there, her boyfriend wasn't there, and we were like just drinking and shit. And then she must have told him about me, because the next time we went up there, he walked up behind Mitchell and he put his hands on Mitchell's shoulders and goes, "Oh, you must be Keegan." And Mitchell's like, "Nah, that's Keegan." And I'm like, "How you doing? Yeah, nice to meet you." Yeah, it's funny as fuck.
Dude, that's funny as. You
Right,
must be Keegan.
fucking knocked out.
And then, so when the guy came into his, I went to his bedroom to see him and Keegan. He must have seen him on the bed with her and just thought nothing. Like, surely.
Yeah,
It's fucking weird.
like, I just must be invisible.
Chad Keegan cucking people.
Yeah, so that's how Keegan became the fucking wife stealer.
So now we say
Yeah.
he steals your wife. This is the whole story, and this is where it gets to is fuck your wife and steal your wife. This is where it comes from. Episode 8, boys.
That's a yikes.
But
It's
guys,
not the only time. There was one other time where there was like a different chick at Callan's place. There
name
was that
dropping?
chick there. I don't know.
She was fucking pretty good looking.
Not as good as Vanessa was, but
Look, you're not wrong.
yeah.
Fucking mad lad. Keegan just setting up for you to knock it down. He's got her horny to get her boyfriend to fuck her. He's a fucking wingman, ultimate wingman. Ultimate.
Yeah, Hamish and Andy, ultimate wingman. Hamish and Andy, the fucking best.
Dude, what a
Oh,
player.
King and Hamish and Andy story, eh?
I could tell that story, what I remember of it. You'd have to finish it.
What?
Well, there's one more story if you want to hear it.
Yeah, we have time.
It's a fucking Hamish and Andy one. It's a good
Yeah,
one.
it's Hamish and Andy. So I was at uni, and this is where I first met Mitchell, and my roommate is an Indian dude named Ujwal.
Okay, so Keegan's gonna put on his resume, I'll help fuck your girlfriend. Help you fuck your girlfriend.
I'll warm her up for you.
King will do all the fucking foreplay. You just
He'll
fucking
do the
finish.
hard work.
I'll do the fucking all the footwork, and then you just come in and get the goal.
Sugar,
Nah.
you're a sugar brother. Give him
Mitch
stuff.
goes first, shows his knee, gets the moist. Keegan comes in.
Keegan puts on his glasses and
Works
puts
his
on
magic.
snorkel. Got him, boys.
Yeah, Sky, the one that I had was fucking before I met Keegan. Thank fuck.
No, because I met you, and then like you would always like freaking talk to your girlfriend for like hours straight.
It's like you talk to your
never.
mum for hours straight on Skype.
And then boyfriend realized that's his team.
Alright, what's the story?
Hey, so my roommate Ujwal, he's from India, and he had never heard of Hamish and Andy. So he thought he'd make an event out of it and go, let's go to the bottle-o, we'll get a bottle of tequila. Me being a fucking drinking virgin at that time, never like really touched alcohol at all. First time, tequila, why not? And
This is
so,
also the first time Keegan stayed up past 8:30.
fuck off. Yeah, and so we were sitting there and we were planning on drinking. I'm like, you know what? Why don't we watch a thing of Hamish and Andy? And every time they do something stupid, we'll have a shot. And so we got the bottle of tequila, like the actual bottle of tequila.
The wax nose guy.
What the fuck are you two doing showing off your knees? And so we ended up going to the shop, got tequila, came back. It was like one of them full bottles with the snake in the bottom, like the worm. You know how you can have either a scorpion or a worm.
I was like, snake?
Yeah, it's worm. Anyway, we got the one with that, and it had the hat on top for the lid.
Fucking train's going past shot.
Oh, well, fuck you too.
Alright, you can go again.
Yeah, and we start off with the double shots, because that's the only type of shot glass he had. And me never having shots before, like, oh fuck yeah, let's do it. So we're sitting down the whole time, did a shot, and then refilled, did another shot. We finished this whole bottle in just between the two of us in a space of a 1 hour road trip of Hamish and Andy.
Mm.
And then afterwards,
So in other words, half a bottle of tequila each. First time fucking drinking alcohol within an hour.
yeah, and I was sitting down the whole time. I was fucking feeling merry as fuck sitting down. And I'm like, looked over at Mitchell because he was sitting there watching Hamish and Andy with us. And I started giggling because I don't know, just like fucking started laughing at anything and everything. And I looked at him, I'm like, let's play some computer games while I'm drunk. Let's do it.
Why am I grinding people's...
And so and then so Mitchell went back across the hall to his room, and I needed to tell him something, so I followed him, and I went to his my door, went to his door, and then sat on his bed, forgot what I told him, and just started laughing, like just for no reason, just started laughing. And Mitchell's like, okay, fuck off back to your room so we can do this. And then so I got up, went to his door, and my door is legit 2 meters, if that, across this hallway. And I looked at it, I'm like, that's where I want to go. And I started walking, and I ended up like 10 meters down the fucking hallway. I didn't make the door, so I had to like go to the wall and like help myself back to the room. Got inside, sat on my chair. We played 2 games of League, what I can remember, and then I woke up in the shower naked. Bam.
Alright, I'll fucking continue.
Oh,
Keegan playing League. We get into a game, he's playing fucking Warwick, right?
Wait,
And
in
we're on
Jungle?
fucking Discord. And all of a sudden I hear this fucking weird noise through Discord. And then Keegan doesn't respond to me, alright? And now, actually, hang on. Before this, Keegan's fucking complaining he can't buy fucking items. And he's standing at fucking in-him turrets. Alright?
For ladies and gentlemen
more
that
League than I
doesn't
have
play
At
League,
that point,
the shop's at like the
He
very
fucking-
corner of the base, and he's basically in the center of the like you know, quite a bit away from the
fucking
shop.
End of the base. Anyway, I'm like, go and fucking check on Keegan. And I'm surprised your keyboard still fucking worked afterwards.
I'm surprised the headset worked afterwards after I used it as a bowl to hold my vomit.
He literally, like, his desk was more vomit than it was desk. It was fucking everywhere. It was all over his desk. all
No,
over his
but it
floor, all over his
didn't go on
keyboard.
my keyboard. It went
I'm
on.
certain it went on your
It didn't touch my keyboard. It went everywhere but the keyboard. It went on the headphones. It went on the mouse. It went on the floor. It went like splattered onto the computer. It went fucking everywhere but the keyboard or the screens. Yeah.
Anyway, I go and get the other 14 people in our. We go fucking take the piss out on Keegan because he's fucking passed out. And we're like, someone has to deal with this because we can't fucking let him sleep in his own vomit all night.
I fucking would have been asleep all night. I'm gonna lie. I would have woken up stuck to the floor.
We're all like, fuck, well, none of us want to do it. So his roommate's like, yeah, it's alright, I'll do it. So we all leave. Ujjwal is like basically some random. Like to keep.
Oh, I'd known him for 8 months. Like,
yeah, well, fucking, it's
Yeah.
still
It
like,
wasn't that random.
yeah, you know, you get
You've
what I'm
known me
saying.
for like 8 months. What the
Anyway,
fuck?
no, we shared a room, so it was like he's on one half,
yeah,
I'm on the
but
other.
you guys have known me for 8 months, and I do shit for you.
You
It's been
don't.
longer than 8
I
months.
would.
Fuck off.
I would.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ujjwal was like, fucking, all right, strips Keegan naked, throws him in the shower, chucks the water on, and just fucking leaves him there.
Yeah, basically.
Then
He legit, like, from what I got told, he legit stripped me, pushed me in, turned water on, and left and went and played pool.
Yeah.
Was
So
he
we
still?
just fucking left Keegan in the shower while the fucking water was running stuff. He was in the shower until he woke up, like, the next
I
morning.
woke up at 4 a.m. and I was like crumpled, and I like opened my mouth, and to me, what tasted like fuel just dribbled out of my mouth. Like, it was just like fuel, like what tasted like, you know, when you go to a fuel station, you just breathe in, you can smell the fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like what I imagine it tastes like. It just came out of my mouth when I opened up my mouth, and I'm like, got on my hands and knees and like pushed the door open, left the shower running, held myself up to the sink, and looked in the mirror, and I was just grey. And I'm just like, I just like looked at the towel. I'm like, I couldn't even give a fuck if I'm wet or if someone's out in my room. I opened up the shower, the bathroom door, just fucking trudged to my bed and just fell onto my bed and passed out again. Just absolutely fucking butt naked and wet. Just fucking just collapsed onto my bed and woke up at like 7 p.m. or some shit.
How bad's a hangover?
No, wait, it was fucking.
He
It
slept
was
through
fuck.
the hangover.
I wish I could do that.
No, but you know what the worst part was? I had an assignment due a day after I got drunk.
Oh my god.
Like,
Take
But
that.
I was so sick of the course, I just gave up. I'm saying, fuck if I complete. I
then-
want to get drunk.
And then Keegan gave up uni 2 weeks later.
No, I went a whole another semester. I had to redo that whole thing. Yeah.
How is she gonna roll?
What?
So Sky's becoming a nurse, and he, based from your story, he doesn't want to do this. And then
He doesn't want to fucking deal with great
Sky,
men.
as a nurse, you're gonna have to do way more than just that.
Yeah, you
You're
basically
gonna
have to wipe
clean
someone's.
people's shit off of themselves.
especially when they
So-
rub it against the walls, you gotta clean that too.
Yeah, well, that's on psych wards, but
Fucking psych ward's a scary place.
Dude, surely psych wards
bro.
turn
yeah, I
people.
know.
Surely psych wards turn people that work at psych wards to psych patients.
Honestly,
Yeah,
though, have you
probably.
seen those videos where like the dude or like chick who's looking after like a psych mental person, they like basically like suffocate them just because they're sick of looking after them and shit? Have you
Yeah.
seen that?
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
things in Australia where they just beat like elderly people because they don't want to care for them
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Literally
sad.
happened in my area. I'm like, nice. I thought this was a rich area. That's fun.
My auntie looks after elderly ladies, like people. She
Yeah.
like goes and
My
house
grandma
checks on
does
them
too.
and everything.
Or did.
Yeah, and my auntie unfortunately has found 3 dead people.
Mhm.
Just regular people that she goes and like visits and looks after, and
My
just like rocked up and they're just deceased.
yeah, that's sad. Well, what's happened? My nana was actually working at like a nursing home, like
Oh,
for
yeah.
people that like have like, I guess it's like a hospice, like people that have dementia and stuff. So people that aren't doing well. Until
who
she
are
until
required
she
to be looked
retired. So
after.
how crazy is that? She was like 67 looking after like dementia
Fellow
patients.
67 years.
She's like 66 years old looking after dementia patients. Like she shouldn't have to do that.
Sky, only just realizing this now.
Yeah, Keegan had some before as well.
Yeah, I still have them. But I upgraded the keys.
She fucking she Toyota Corolla.
Anyway,
Okay then, Mr. I bought a car while drunk and it's fucked.
That's a story for another podcast.
Oh, whistle.
well, guys, I think it's been a successful stream. Don't you?
Oh, for the most part.
Do you think?
There were some parts that were a bit yikes.
Where can we find you all? I mean, for those that are listening on iTunes and
Well, Brisbane.
y'all on Twitch, where can we find you?
Keegan's like, come at me.
Yeah, come at me. I'll fuck you up.
Who's going first then?
Hey, what?
Plug.
Oh, Kjohns281 at Twitch. Well, Twitch TV.
Okay,
Kjohns281.
Can we just talk about how he actually chose to have 281 on his name?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It could be
Oh,
very
Kjohns.
no.
It could be Kjohns, but he's like,
I'm
nah,
not sure if you
281.
have it at, when you were in primary school, whatever the fuck you call primary school over there in America.
Elementary
But-
school.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So in primary school, we that's like grade 1 through to 7. We got given a username for the school computer by the government, and mine was KJOHN281. K for my first name, and then John, the first 4 letters of my last name, and the 281 is how many people had that same start in the region, and so me being the imaginative person I am, thought, you know what, I'll make that my game thing, but I'll chuck an S in there because that's the next letter of my last name.
My
So it
Unicode.
became Kjohns281, and
Wow.
yeah, really imaginative. Well,
Wow.
says the one who's MaraMayz, just because your
Okay.
nickname was May May, or whatever it
Oh,
was.
Dude, use your school login as your fucking Twitch name and your like
yeah.
a public
Technically,
identity.
I used it as my Twitch login, which became my Twitch name. So I big brained it.
My Unicode is Burpoos, so I think I win Burpoos. That's
I
pretty
used my
bad.
elementary school thing for everything. Mine was 90687, so I used it for everything. And then,
Wait, you just got given a number?
yeah, we just got a number, and so in elementary school I got
Wow.
a number, and then that transferred over into middle school because it was the same school district, and then in high school it was 186000594.
Wait, from day one
Fuck
they got
that.
given. Wait, day one given numbers.
Yeah, told you. It's literally a prison.
Dude, that's for another time. But we got to talk about how America set you up to fail.
Alright.
Prison America.
Alright, so am I going next then?
Yes, you are.
Twitch.tv/B4C0N39.
Look at that. Another
Can I
name.
shout out myself? When
That's that. Yeah, of course you can. But that's like another name. Like, why not B4C0N77?
I'm not even a fucking mod. Someone shout out for me.
I already put all of ours in there.
Why are you a mod, man? I swear I modded you last
It's been a
time.
mod forever. I fucking told you this. Yeah. Wait, Kim, you can't shout. You just shout out yourself.
Huh.
Wait,
fucking
just the
retard.
commands take like a there's like a 30-second delay on them. It's probably like 10 seconds, but don't mod him.
But it's
Alright, go on, Mara.
B4C0N39 on Twitch.
Wait. Yeah.
Don't follow
Fucking
me.
come see the afro.
We've got the
It's not
amazing,
really an afro anymore.
amazing Mara,
Did I
not Mara,
even-
but Mara. Okay, don't get it wrong, or I'll kill
Yeah,
you.
it's Sarah with an M.
I'll fucking murder.
Alright,
every
Mara,
single
did
one of
I
you. got
even
nothing to
follow you?
lose. I'm sorry, who?
The person behind you, I was talking to the teddy in the background. That's who I've been talking to the whole day. Damn.
Yo, are you
that
a
one there.
late night
Terry.
host? Because you're fucking funny.
Terry.
Jerry.
Terry? No, that's
Why do you call it Tom and Jerry?
Fuck you.
because it's not a cat and a mouse you fuck with. It's a bear and a fucking grey lump.
All right. So it's
Nah, I did follow you,
twitch.tv
it's a bit-
/MaraMayz. MaraMayz.
Or
You
if
get
you're
it?
in America, Z.
Or is you Keegan? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you all for coming on.